person sale de
Yeah, what the you mean? What's really going on? What's good? What's good in the neighborhood? Yeah, it's Sunday. Sunday. It's cold outside, y'all. Been doing a little raining. I like that kind of weather because why? I can sleep. I can sleep. What's going on, Sarah? Now my wife. What's going on, sister? She said she listening and cooking. Yum yum. Got my girl Sarah in the house. I got my boy Dragon. What's up, y'all? What's up? Hey, if you ain't, I'm like, nah, my wife, she said she cooking and listening. And, you know, they try to trick me today, y'all. They try to get me today. They try to get the girl. Let me tell you how. I'm sitting around. I'm chilling. I'm in the house chilling. I'm just doing a little old me. And I forgot today, time had changed. And I'm just sitting around because I'm waiting for when it get a little dark, I know it'll be time for me to get ready to go live. It'll be like close to 7 o'clock. I'm just chilling and chilling. I seen 6:48. Man, I looked outside. I said, I forgot the time had changed. Man, I got to get up. But hey, Perk been sleeping, you hear me? She been sleeping, getting her sleep on, y'all. Hey, let me tell you something. The best way to get beautified is keep your skin clean, keep that stress up off of you. Just pray about it, and then just keep on moving like the wind. Just keep on, just go on down to the next person who you think is unhappy. You can put all that misery, be miserable on as far as looking all cool and baby. I'm vibrant. Hey, I'm vibrant over here, just like that. Hey, my girl, Pap, girl. I'm sorry, Pap. I know you probably like, what Perp saying? I'm my bad, dog. My bad, dog. My bad, dog. Hey, we got a lot of questions. We got a lot of answers. We got to figure out what's going on. First, I want to say that y'all remember that I told you all about that 1 hour back food box that they were giving away, food that was giving away, breakfast food, right? So I hope that you all will listen to little old Perp. She a little old woman. She don't really know what she be talking about. But hey, they were giving out these groceries right here. Free groceries. They like saving time. Now they might have some more, but I'm not for sure. Cause you had checked back on 3-4. 3-7. And I told y'all way before time, about them free vittles. It ain't much, but it's a little some. You know what I'm talking about? So I hope y'all wouldn't got that free hour back box. Like I said, it was at Kroger's. I told y'all about it, so I hope y'all did take advantage of it. I really truly do, because all you had to do is just go pick it, register and your name and everything, and go pick up your free box of food. Okay, and also before we get started, I want to show my one kid for the week for today. That is my missing person, young man, right there. He's missing, y'all. So y'all may see him in your area, whatever. I mean, where you live at, rather. Um, notify the police. I'm not asking you to be no hero. I'm not asking you just run up on nobody. I don't want you running up on nobody. Is keep an eye out for the kids that I post that you may be in your city and state that may be missing. That's the only thing I'm asking. You know, I'm not asking for too much. This young man posted us appealing for public assistance to locate a 17-year-old boy reported missing for Aramara. Armara. The boy was last seen at location near Maryborough, Bigenden Road at around 10:30 p.m. on Tuesday, February 25th. It has not been seen or heard from since. He is described as a Caucasian in appearance with dark short hair, color eyes, dark clothes, and also believed to be traveling on a black motorist push bike toward the Maryborough area. So if y'all in that area and y'all know this young man, you seen this young man, please report him to the police department. They didn't say what his name was. They didn't say what the name was. They just said a 17-year-old boy reported missing from the Armar area, off of Bigden Road, Maryborough Bigden Road. So y'all might know where the area is, and maybe a city and state where you're located. I don't know. But hey, he's missing, and we do need to get him back home as fast as we can, as long right along with the other kids that has been missing. If you go on my community wall, you will see that I have posted several missing kids and adults on my community wall. Um, that way you know what you're looking at. No, that's why you may see all these kids on my community wall come down the timeline, because I post. I'm an advocate for missing kids, missing people, person, how you want to say it. That's me. And I will, like I said, I will post one every time I go live. You will see someone on my screen, on StreamYard, who is missing and that we're looking for. We're trying to locate them babies and bring them back home. We're trying to locate our elders who out there missing, that walked away with the dementia all the time, to bring them back. We out there trying to find people just missing, period. Bring them back, because we know people don't just go by missing, just say, I'm just going to give them, just go leave a day. I'm going to come up missing. People don't do that. People don't say that. It don't work like that, right? Right. So if you see these people in your area, and like I said, I'm doing missing kids and missing people, an advocate, like I said, for all over the United States that I can see, that I can post, and not just no one specific area. Texas, California, Ohio, Nebraska, Pennsylvania, Austin, Arizona, Mexico, Idaho, wherever it's missing kids and missing persons, and I get notified about it, and me my help would do. We'll put it out there, and I put it out there, and I let y'all know who's missing, who's who need to come home, whose babies is missing, who's out there can't be found, can't make their way back, as if in an elder, something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But yeah, y'all see them missing pictures like that on my community wall. Take a look at them. Take a look at them good. If it's in your area, look really good. Really good. If it's in your area. I just want to put that out there. I just want to say nobody goes missing just to go missing. Something happened to these people. So, like I said, please, we need to bring these people back home any way that we can. Help their loved ones, because let's be honest about it. If it was us, my bad, my finger. But if it was us, we would want somebody to bring our loved ones back home. We'd be out there searching. Am I right? Am I right? But just be honest about it. Right. So if you see somebody that I posted on my community wall in your area and you've seen them before, hey, contact 911. Now, I'm not asking you to be a superhero or nothing like that. All I'm asking you to do is call 911 so they can come there and see for themselves if that's the right person that's been missing or they're looking for, and they can bring that person or persons back home safely. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, welcome to Video Entertainment TV, where we talk about firearm violence, domestic violence, being violated. We feed the unfortunate. We also be in the neighborhoods giving donations. Hey, that's what we do at Video Entertainment TV. We love the kids. We love the people. I love everybody. That's just what I do. Let's get started. Hey, Pat, what's going on, sister girl? Got my co-host down there down at the bottom down there. Let me know when you ready to drop the link, sister girl. You want to come up? Just let me know. Let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, y'all share my live. Yeah, I sure appreciate it. Let's get started here. But remember, if you've seen the missing kids, contact 911. Again, I'm not asking you to be a superhero. I'm just asking you to keep an eye open for missing kids, as you want somebody to do for you if your loved ones come up missing. That's all I'm saying. And that is all I'm stressing. And I appreciate it. Hey girl. You ready to come up? I'm gonna pin the link. And you ready to come up, just go ahead and hit it, sister girl. So I appreciate the queen. Okay, there we go. I got a pin. It's pinned. The link is pinned. Okay, let's get started, y'all. Hey, people always say that Black history is in 1 month. I don't know who they're talking to, but my Black history is every single month. Every day is Black history on my end. And Black history should be on your end too, as if in every day. Let's check out the Congress lady. I mean, she spent some real good stuff, and she got a lot of fire up on her feet, and she hot as
because I get a card here that says to me that we're going to work on policies that will make our nation stronger. Well, this nation was built on slaves who gave their lives and built many of the buildings that they live in. This nation was built on women who breastfed your children and did other things. And you're going to send me a card to say, make our nation stronger, and then stand here and take exception to putting diversity and equity and inclusion? Why would you be so afraid? It doesn't eliminate anyone. We're not picking people who aren't scholarly. And then you're going to tell me to make freer capital markets? And then here's the last one to enter into the records. I want this document, Mr. Chairman, entered into the records, that we're going to offer more choices in people's personal pursuit of happiness on the same day this president of the United States is laying people off because they were qualified, but they happen to be of color. They happen to be female. Well, I'm going to tell you that is not acceptable to me. I'm going to say to you that I asked you to take a look at your districts. You took the same oath that I took. You took an oath of office to serve all of the people. We're not asking you to let someone keep their job because they're not qualified. If you look at the people who are in these jobs, they're being laid off. Some of these folks are making the difference in those departments. To give them lack of notice about their future and put this mark on their resume, how do they go look for another job and then explain? I did all this great stuff, but what am I supposed to say? But because my gender was what it is, I got removed. Look at this room and the people over here. You know, we got a vice president that got a black or brown wife. You know, so now when we look at talking about what we're standing for, I saw them little pretty brown black babies that they marched across here. So we're talking about our black and brown babies the same way. You are destroying the future of our children. It is genocide. And you're going to hear it repeatedly from me. Every day I hope I make you as uncomfortable as this makes me. And I yield back.
Gentlelady's time.
Yeah, she spent some real game, y'all. Yeah. They try to stop these programs and things that it ain't like we needed, that we should have, that they have taken from us because they don't see y'all understand. See, they know. What's up, Queen? What's up? They know, y'all. What's up, Pat?
Hey,
What's going on, girl?
nothing much. This time got me stole too.
It got you stole. Yeah, it got me confused a little bit. But guess what? It's all good because I ain't got to do no cooking. My son cooking, so I'm gonna lay back. I'm gonna chill. So what you think about the Congresswoman? What's she talking about? How they trying to destroy everything and take everything away, and the money, the benefits for as far as toward the cancer and as far as toward the kids, and you know, she said, like she said, y'all look around this room, And she's like, I saw them pretty brown skinned babies. Y'all trying to run across the stage. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, people understand, it's not just all white no more. The white people have to now embrace the what you call it, the biracial. They ain't ready for that yet.
Wait a minute.
Talking to me, girl? Oh, okay. Yeah, wait a minute. My bad. They not ready for it. But see, they trying to stop these programs that was benefiting not just the melanated kids, but everybody. And this is what they don't want. This is something they don't want to happen. You see, but they have to realize that the white is not so, the Caucasian is not so pure anymore. They now have biracial. And it's a lot of these people are not ready for biracial. They're not ready. I'm serious. They are not ready for biracial, but they got to get ready. They ain't got no choice but to get ready. That's right now, my watch good. Yeah. They ain't got no choice, baby. They ain't got no choice. But they got to get ready. Am I right, Pap? They trying, okay, listen, they trying to redeem themselves. They trying to redeem themselves. Why, and how do I say that? When I first noticed when they started trying to take Black history out of school. And I'm like, well, why are they trying to take Black history out of school? That's a legacy. That's the life history of African Americans. Not just ours, it's other people too. That look like us, but wasn't us. They just look like us. But my thing is, now you trying to rewrite history by taking out the Black history, not talking about it no more in schools, colleges. You're not putting the books out on shelves of libraries or schools. You trying to rewrite Black history. You trying to rewrite history, but you have to understand you cannot rewrite history because your kind is dying off. The biracial has raised up to the high stake of it have increased. We, my people, the melanated people, have increased. And you have the Hispanic people, they have definitely increased. And so they're trying to break the cycle, to try to break what has happened already. But they can't. It's already done. You can't never do that. Am I right, Pep? You can't never rewrite history when we know history. It's out there.
My opinion on that is the reason why they're trying to take it out of school. They told you why they want to take it out of school. They don't want the porcelain kids to be ashamed and all of that. No, it ain't that they don't want their feelings hurt. They don't want them to know the real truth on what they actually did.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if they know that we thirst for knowledge. And once we get the knowledge, we're going to tell it. And they don't want them to find out about what they actually did. That's why they're trying to keep Black history out of school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number one, we was never the minority. We was never the minority. We was never the minority.
But they try to push like we was, but we like I said, we were never. That was never us. We didn't play that role.
We was never the minority. It was too many of us here. Number one, when they got over here. Number two, for 200 years, we still 13% of the population. The way melanated people have kids, ain't no way in hell.
That's right.
Them numbers don't add up.
That's right.
If they say that math ain't mathing.
Let's go, friend. It ain't mathing.
With our age group, it wasn't like I seen a video the other day. The girl, 27 years old, got 7 kids. And everybody, oh, she got 7 kids. She got 7 kids. Well, back in the day, We know they was having 11, 12, 13 kids and wasn't nothing said.
20 at that. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing said. I just seen a video. This was it. The video was filmed in 1986, and the black woman in Alabama had 22 kids.
Yep. I seen
And
that
that was
video
in
sometime.
1986.
But Pep, but even though it was so, but the thing about that is, even though it was so many of them, they were clothed, hair was combed, they was healthy as hell. They played, and it's like it's like kids with 1, 2 people in the household can't get along, but you got 20 kids having a good time playing with just what they got. I don't give a damn if it is hand me down. Well, your sister wrote that and you get the word. So what? It's clean. We happy. Food. You know, people realize the real thing, but nowadays it's hard to have a bunch of kids like that. You ain't got no backbone. You ain't got no help, dog.
And they put a stigma on it. You got more than 2 or 3 kids. She got all them kids. And it's sad. Cause my mama got 7 kids. Her mama had 8 kids. My grandma on my dad's side, she had 8 kids. And my mama's own sister used to say, here comes Sandy and all her kids. But you turned around and you had 5. They made a stigma on it after you got what they 2.5 kids is a problem. It's a problem. Yeah. And that's not a problem because the good books say you're supposed to go forth and multiply, be fruitful, replenish the earth. And
see, my mother, my stepmother, she had 22 kids, and I said, with people like that, they know how to home make everything, food, clothes, everything is made from home. You know what I'm saying? Something you can't buy in the store. You know what I'm talking about? But man, but back then, women who had kids like that, there was some good doggone women had them in kids and know how to provide for them and control everybody in the household, and everybody had a good lifestyle in the household.
Yeah. And what they did was they pushed full force. They put it in full speed. We got to get the men out the house. We got to break up the black family. We got to break up the black family. They're having too many kids. And it also goes to show you that if they knew that their numbers was going to be dwindling by 2030, they knew our numbers had increased more than what they were telling us.
Amen.
And then on top of that, when they do the census, they can't count all of us no way because half of the melanated people don't trust them. And the other half ain't going to fill it out. So they ain't gonna never be able to count all of us. Even though they got birth certificates and social security cards and driver's license, they still ain't gonna never be able to count all of us.
So Pep, you know, we all like to have a little fun every now and then and go out with our homegirls and kick and things like that. But let's check this video right here out, y'all.
I was just with them like last week.
3 young women from Revere are found dead in a hotel room in Belize. The women were on a birthday vacation when something went horribly wrong. The feelings of grief are still fresh and overwhelming for the loss of 3 lifelong friends. 23-year-old Kautar Nakad, 24-year-old Iman Mala, and 26-year-old Wafa El-Arar.
It was just like a shocking death, to be honest. But we're just here to pay our respects to them.
Friends say a celebration trip for Wafa's birthday turned into a horrible tragedy when they were found dead inside their hotel resort room in Belize.
One day I was with Wafa shopping for the trip, and she was just showing me what she was buying and getting her nails done.
Police say housing staff tried to reach the friends for several days. They finally went into their room and found all 3 young women unconscious. Police say there were signs they could have overdosed, but are waiting for an autopsy and toxicology report to be done.
Me personally, I don't think they OD'd. I don't think they did that.
I think that's possible. Somebody slipped in some fentanyl.
I think somebody probably did something like that, yeah.
Yep, yeah. I believe if for all 3 of them to be dead,
You know, when
No,
y'all going to, man, y'all can't be taking stuff from people and I mean, I know when you get out there. I mean, I've been young, shit. You know, I done cut the rug, I done cut it up. But my thing is, when we go out of town and we want to do certain things, we got to be kind of mindful too, because we can't be buying nothing from nobody because we don't know what they're being did to it, done added to it, and you know, we just don't know. And not only that, we can't be out there being all friendly and laughing, telling people where we at and about my home girls and you know how many people in the room and this. You can't do that. People are taking people. Y'all don't understand. I don't care how many people you are with. You got to be mindful. Don't open your mouth up to strangers that you don't know.
that's right. I got a friend in Texarkana. Well, then, little sister, we all fire up one together.
Yeah.
We always do it. We always know go to her house because she over there firing them up or somebody gonna come through and fire one up.
Mm-hmm.
So we went over to her house, and this particular day, nobody had none. And then some of her boyfriend friends came up and they had some. And she knew that I was looking for some too. She went down there and smoked with them, man. Pepper, don't you want to hit it? I said no. And she looked at me and then she said, "You don't smoke with everybody, do you?" I said no. I
Mm-hmm.
don't smoke with everybody. Because number one, it ain't everybody's business. Number two, I don't know what they got in there.
That's right. That's right.
I don't know them.
That's right. That's right.
Mm-mm.
That's right. So, Pep, let's talk about blacks. Let's talk about Wall Street. Check it out.
You ain't gonna believe this. So you know how Black Wall Street was bombed, right? Did y'all know about the backstory of the young man it started from? It all started from a young man named Dick Rowland, and this is his story. It was May 31st, 1921. Early in the morning when this madness had begun, it was a youngin' by the name Dick Rowland. Was working, had to use the bathroom and tried to hold it. Well, eventually he couldn't control it. Chose to take the elevator up, yeah, he rode it. White woman elevator operator noticed. Little do he know this moment would change Tulsa. He put his head down, this was part of segregation. The elevator went unbalanced and it started shaking. Rowland tripped and held the operator for support. A black man attacked a white woman with a report. See, the black people in Tulsa, they was doing well. They had no choice but to spend money with their own selves. They had banks, hospitals, and grocery stores. All black owned and operated, who told you we poor? The whites on the other side was in poor conditions. They was looking for a reason to provoke a lynching. Locked up the young man and put him in jail. The KKK and the lynch mob went to the jail. But they was met by black men out of Oklahoma. And even though they was outnumbered, they fought for the honor. They declared martial law, then deployed the army and dropped bombs in army planes. It was real alarming. Moral of the story, we come from wealth. A great example how we flourish when we spend with ourselves. See, segregation, we was thriving, but unlikely for them. And integration was so we could spend our money with them.
Let's go, brother. Let's go. I like that. See, now remember when I was telling you a while back, I'm like, nah, by Black Wall Street, I'm like, and you said on all our trees of dollars, blood. I'm like, nah, Pep, you think it really happened? You like, yeah. But Pep, as my eyes have gotten open when this man started writing and signing shit's nizzle at that desk, and things started having my eyes start getting bigger and bigger, and my ears start, baby, we can do some Black Wall Street around here. You understand me? We can have that.
Yeah, we can have it. They say history
baby. We can have it.
They say history repeat itself. Some of the history need to repeat itself. Like we had, that wasn't the only one.
I know. We had about 4 or 5 of them, wasn't it?
Yeah, it might have been more than that. They just ain't telling it out. Because I know, and me growing up down there in the woods, I seen a lot of little spots that it wasn't nothing but all black folks that had, and the little businesses they had that my grandma and grandpa went to. They went to, when they wasn't making, they at that time they wasn't letting us get all the good stuff. So the really good stuff you would have to go to the other people and get it because they had access to it. But for everything we need, making dresses, making hats, making shoes, black folks were doing it all. We didn't need them. The worst thing they could have did to us was segregate us.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, integrators. My bad. Yeah, my husband have to correct me. I be talking so fast.
Get over her. Get her.
The worst thing they did was integrate us.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why they did it, like Martin Luther King said, was it didn't cost them nothing.
Yeah.
It cost them nothing. It made them money. It made them money
Mm-hmm.
because it took the money away from our neighborhoods and put it in their neighborhood because everybody was jumping up and down to be able to go in their stores. For what? We had our own stores. We had everything they had.
That's right. That's
Movie
right.
theaters, libraries, churches. We had everything.
That's right.
Everything.
Mm-hmm. You know, I always tell everybody to check your kids' backpack, see what's going on at the school, go to the school, go to PTAs, just go to school just unexpected because we just never know. Now, I wouldn't find this to be a Caucasian kid. I would think it would be a African American kid, but check it out.
If you get time, watch this.
I was in the library, and this book was on a stand. I'd like to read you a page. My back over my hips as I asked if we should take our clothes off. And he's saying yes before I finish my sentence. He's pulling off my t-shirt, laughing when I can't undo his shirt buttons. He's undoing my belt. I'm reaching into his bedside drawer for a condom. We're kissing. Again, we're rolling over. Obviously, you can see where this is going. I don't know if it's because we're feeling especially emotional or just tired. But it was good too, so good. Because we were a mess of emotions, and we were scared and excited, and everything felt new. So this sort of feels like that. Nick touches me like he's scared that any minute. Now, this book was at my middle school, and it was on a stand. When I rented it out to show my dad it, the librarian asked if I wanted more and if I wanted a graphic novel.
Did y'all hear what he said? Did he want a graphic novel version? Why would someone ask an 11-year-old kid something like that? And they got to know what kind of book it is and ask him the graphics of it, right, pal? I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, it's their.
Come on, y'all.
It's the part of the look like to me the Democrat agenda, because they're the one pushing all of this. And I'm not just gonna say total Democrats. I'm gonna say immoral people. Because if you got any kind of morals, you wouldn't be pushing none of this on these little bitty kids.
But see, when I seen it was a white boy. Nah, but no, because I think that I know they're not just putting all these things and just into the black kids or the black neighborhoods and the black libraries and the black school. But when I seen it was a white Caucasian little kid, and he won't know what that book doing with in the at the school. My thing is, they know it's there, and they put because they didn't want to put it there. But he so happens to be the one who had to be the one to run across it. But he spoke up about it.
Friend, now take a good look at it. Take a real good look at it. It's the Portland people pushing that.
I know.
But a lot of the Portland people don't go for that too. That's the reason why he's calling it out. Somebody done told him that ain't right. And outside of that, he said he checked it out to show his dad. He got a mama and daddy in the house. So he knows I see a man and a woman. Ain't supposed to be no two men together, no two women together.
Right.
And they calling it out.
He can barely read. He can barely read. And they putting that book in the school in the class. I mean in the libraries.
But see, that's what they do. They get the babies. At 11, 12 years old, you're going through puberty. You don't know what to think. And if they can program your mind at that age when you don't know what's going on with you and your body, if ain't nobody told you and sit down and talk to you about it, you might think anyway. So they start with the babies.
But that little boy was smart though. He took that book to his daddy. And I'm so proud of him.
But this my thing. Now, to each his own. And I went to school. I am a big advocate that all black kids need to be homeschooled or go to an all black school. I'm just
Yep.
for that. I'm just sorry. I'm just for that. Because number one,
You
the
got your
mamas is
belief.
the first parent, the first teachers. And then once you send them kids to your school to school and you look at it, especially nowadays, all they do is come home and say, the teacher said, the teacher said, the teacher said, the teacher said. And it ain't,
Yep.
you could be trying to tell them something and they'll go to holler. The teacher said, my teacher said, my teacher. Well, your teacher, just because she's the teacher don't mean she's right. And that's my thing. Not only that, is I'm looking at all the research and all the progress and the accomplishment that kids that are homeschooled is doing way better than them kids in them public schools. They're doing way better.
Yeah.
Hey, who can teach your kid better than you can? Now, if you can't do it, then you find somebody to help you teach them what they don't understand. Or with all the resources out there, it's plenty of ways to find to help them to understand. But I'm looking at it. Most of them that's homeschooled, they learn at their own pace.
Right.
And they learn, they learn, they not programmed into, you learn this, and then I'm gonna give you a test on it.
Right.
You actually programmed in it. And you gotta learn it exactly like this. And then I'm gonna give you a test and see if you learned it exactly what I told you. No, they learn better on their own. And then I got a little bit of proof too. And I ain't bragging, I'm just giving y'all a little proof I got. My oldest granddaughter.
That's right. Hood talk.
Before she went to school, I taught her how to walk, talk.
Yeah.
She was 18 months. She's 18 months old. She was working the tablet and shit. I ain't no big advocate for the tablets, but if you use them the right way, I don't have no problem with you giving them tablets if they use the right way. Because they do learn, because Black people are visual people and hands-on. If we see it and we touch it, we got it. So I don't have any problem with the tablets as long as they're using them the right way and they're not being used as babysitters. And I told my daughter, when she got ready to put my granddaughter in school, I said, they're going to stifle Aria. They're going to stifle her because she the way she catch on and the way she do stuff as fast as she was doing, I kept telling her. And by the time she got to the first grade, they started stifling her.
That's okay. That's okay. Because you never know what she might come out to be. You never know what position she might hold in life. You heard me? You just never know who she might be influencing on. You know what I'm saying? Motivating and stuff out there in the world, the whole United States. You know, when we teach our kids things like this at home, and we just never know what they're gonna be. They're gonna be something powerful, but we just don't know what position and how powerful they're gonna be once they get put out there, because they're getting taught at home. They're getting taught the knowledge, the lesson. They're gonna know the assignment. Once they get out there and put it in position, put it to work, they gonna know just how to operate and how to move it. You know what I'm saying? And I have no problem with that. I'm glad. I know. I'm proud of you, my friend. I'm not just proud of you. I'm glad that you take time and do Black history at your house, and you got cards and you put things in effect. And most of our households, like us, like our households, are not doing it. And this is the first step. What we need to do is start putting it into them. So when we put it into them, they know how to go out there and put it in position. And so when they put it in position and know how to work with it, they know how to put that into their kids. And that's what you call a generation thing. That's what you call a learning growth of the family. That's what you call making money of wealth in the family into the our generation. You see what I'm saying? Am I wrong about that, Pat? Am I right?
No, and that's why. But I'm steady on my daughter because the last one is a boy, and we all know how Black men and Black boys get treated in school. He very smart. And I don't want them to stifle him. And I'm staying on her. I give her all the information I find. I give her ideas. I told her I don't even have no problem with helping her, but she needs to look into homeschooling her kids, because I seen, like I told y'all the other night, I seen my brothers and them go through a bunch of stuff. Everything that man talked about, that professor. I seen my brothers, my sons, my nephews, I seen them all do it. And I do, and my grandson, my oldest grandson, he went through it too. I don't want to see my youngest grandson or any of the little ones. I don't want to see them go through that. But I can't tell their parents how to educate them. All I can do is help them and help educate them.
That's right. That's right, friend.
All my grandkids know when I say say it loud, they all scream, I'm black and I'm proud.
Hey, let's go.
we gotta take.
Amen. Let's go, Pap. What'd you say, Pap?
When my grandkids around and I yell, say it loud, all them say, I'm black and I'm proud. Because they know. And we got to take control of our kids' education. We got to. We know our kids smart. We gotta be sitting up letting them put them kids on that medicine and stuff, and it's basically killing them. It's literally killing them.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to deal with them. They don't know how to deal with them. They took all the black men out of schools. Ain't no black male teachers. They took all the black men out the homes. Ain't too many two-parent homes in the black community. It's way more two-parent homes than they think it is.
But see, Pep, this what probably coming right also to me, I think. When you get some teachers, like now some Caucasian teachers will help you, but you got a lot of those who will not. Okay, I would say about 85% won't help you.
Yeah.
And I believe the other 20, the other 15 will help you. That's how I feel. Because I don't believe everybody Caucasians ain't no bad people. Shit, I know some cool ass people.
I think the ones that actually go into the teaching profession to actually teach and help, it don't matter what color they are, they will teach you and help you. But those that, well, this the only other thing I can do, they don't want to be bothered, so they're not gonna help them.
Right.
And we don't have a whole bunch of real teachers no more. Because I have some, like my 10th grade, I appreciate her. If she was a Caucasian lady, I don't have no problem with my 10th grade English teacher.
I love my teacher.
I was pregnant with, that's when I was pregnant with the oldest one. And it just so happened one day in class, she was talking about it in English class. She said, if you talk to a baby like a baby, that's how they're going to talk. If you talk to them with incorrect English, speak to them correctly and use correct words, that's how they're going to talk. And after my kids and my grandkids, after they get a certain age where they can understand, I talk to them just like I'm talking to you.
But see, my thing is like this. My thing's right here, and I'm not mad at the Caucasian people who do teach school, that are teaching, they're doing the right thing by the black kids. My thing is, you parents, the teachers are not y'all babysitters.
That's right. And
if you want your kid to go in their classroom and get some learning, and you want the teacher to go in there and teach your kids the things that they need to know, you got to have your kid come in your class prepared. Pencil, backpack, paper, they mind. Well dressed, they have good breakfast. They ready to come in there and God dog me learn. And teachers like that, they will help you. But when you come in there with all that Rick Monroe and all that who ya and don't want to learn and having everybody turning everybody out from not learning, and you've been a whole distraction, nobody won't teach your ass nothing.
And then on top of that,
I don't get mad at the Caucasian teachers and not even the black teachers who don't want to teach the kid because the way they come to school, the way they act. But you know what? They got it from their mama, and they got it from their mama and damn daddy.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I was about to say. A lot of these young parents, my husband call them Google moms, because they Google everything. But a lot of them, they forget that it ain't only the school and the school system to teach your child. You got to teach them. I started school when I was 3 years old. I started Head Start when I was 3 years old. My name is Cassandra. It has 9 letters in it. By the time my mama put me, when I got ready to go get started, I could spell Cassandra at 3 years old with 9 letters in it. Because my mama taught me. She didn't leave it up to nobody else to teach me how to spell my name and pronounce my name. And my mama taught me how to read. She didn't leave it up to nobody. She wanted to make sure when I got there that I could do just what everybody else could do, if not more.
That's
and
right.
That's just the way my mama did me. And,
Amen.
And I understood when I got older, she understood that was her job. And also, my mama got a clear palate, so a lot of people couldn't understand the way she talked. So she made sure that I could read, write, and talk in case I had to talk for her.
Right.
A lot of people couldn't understand her, with the clear palate. A lot of people didn't understand what she be saying sometimes.
So, Pap, you don't go to McDonald's? Your grandkids go to McDonald's, Pap?
Yeah, some of them go to McDonald's. I got 2 of them still work there.
Oh, well, I want you to ask them if they can look in the store and take a picture of this sign right here. Let me show y'all.
Damn, this is the original McDonald's. Let's see if they got this sign up.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
They do not have that sign up no more. I'll just show y'all. You know when you walk into McDonald's, there's a warning? Sign up no more. Let's see if they got it on any of the doors. Damn, I thought they didn't have it, but they put it up higher. See, it's in the corner. Boom. Chemicals known to cause cancer, birth defects, or other reproductive harm may be present in food, beverage, sold, or served here. Bam! For example, one says chemical is acrylamide. Cooked potatoes that have been browned, such as French fries, hash browns, and baked potatoes contain acrylamide. But in all these different states, California, the only one that has to post that the food they serving you is bad. But in other states, they ain't even got to post that. I've been there. And these are the facts.
So let me tell you, I might not have to ask you to do that because he said some states they ain't got to put it up.
I'm gonna ask my granddaughters because I got 2 of them that work at McDonald's.
Yeah.
And they work at the same damn McDonald's I worked at in Texarkana.
I was on the one New Boston Road. Which one you worked at?
Richmond Road, the one in front of the mall.
Welcome, my brother Calvin. How you doing, King? How you doing? Yeah, if y'all in that area, Sarah, or anybody going to McDonald's, if y'all see that sign, take a picture, y'all, so we can post on community wall, or I can put it on the stream, y'all, because I want to know. But Pep, ask your grandbabies if they got that sign in the doggone stores.
I'm gonna ask them.
Yeah.
One of them mad at me right about now, but I'll ask the other one. They both of them sisters.
Grandbabies always mad about something. They'll be all right though. Shoot, they'll be all
mad
right.
at me. My thing is, I don't know why they get mad at me, because they know I'm gonna keep it real with them. I'm gonna tell them the truth. They'll never be able to say I hid nothing from them. If I feel like they need to know, I'm gonna tell them. Right. And if it hurts their feelings, I'm sorry. They won't get They won't get the blame and say, well, Nana, if you knew, why you didn't say something? They won't never get to say that to me. Not if I can help it.
So let's check out the Proud Boy trademark. The Proud Boys made a mistake, y'all.
So this black church in D.C. now legally owns the Proud Boys. The Metropolitan African Methodist Episcopal Church in Washington, D.C. gained control of the Proud Boys trademark after a judge ruled in their favor on Monday. Now, the ruling bars the Proud Boys from selling any merch without the church's stamp of approval. And on top of that, the church to seize any money the extremist group makes on selling the merch. This ruling was actually the result of a lawsuit filed by Metropolitan African Methodist Episcopal Church after members of the Proud Boys damaged and vandalized the church after a December 2020 Trump rally. That day, Proud Boys members attacked the church, tearing down and setting fire to Black Lives Matter signs. And this was an act that prosecutors alleged was meant to intimidate the church. Back in 2023, the church actually won a $2.8 million judgment against the Proud Boys. But after the Proud Boys failed to pay, the church went after the trademark. For years, the courts have been the venue through which hard-fought rights have been able to be protected. And I know in this day and age, it feels as though none of the institutions of our democracy, whether the co-equal branches of government or even the courts, are a place for which our rights can be fought for and protected. But given this case and a couple others I'm thinking of, it seems the courts can still be a recourse for justice.
I didn't know the Proud Boys was doing all that. Did you, Pap?
Yeah, I knew that, and I'm surprised.
I didn't know they. I didn't know they. I didn't know they was doing all that.
Yeah, I knew they were doing
that. They kept it kind of quiet.
I knew about all that. I knew about all that. I'm just surprised that the person that made that video made it.
But why they keep it so quiet then? Hey, Shane, my king, how you doing? Why they keep it so quiet then?
They don't want you to know when they take an L. And I'm telling you something else that a lot of black people should know if they don't know that DC used to be 80% black.
Washington
DC used to be 85% black.
Shut up.
Yes, it did. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Washington DC is basically it's Maryland and Virginia donated the land. That's why they call it the DMV. DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Because Maryland and Virginia donated the land for them to make Washington DC, and it's not actually it's called the District of Columbia. That's what DC stands for. And it's mainly black people there, because it ain't nothing in Virginia and Maryland but black people. That's why Virginia was one of the main slave trade ports.
God, dog. I didn't know that.
Not only that, along that East Coast line, all the way down to the southeast coast, southeast, east, however you want to call it, all the way down that line, it wasn't nothing but black indigenous Indians there. The slave trade was actually them taking black Indians from here and trading them with the black Africans they had got Africa that was either in Europe, in England, or in Spain. And most of them was coming up through South America. That was the trade. And then they got over here, and when they wanted to make their money, they get mad at their kids. They get mad at their slaves. They put insurance policy on them, and that's where they come up with the slave auctions over here. They told everything to us backwards.
They sure did, and that's what be pissing me off. I be like, man, I was an A student in Black history, and then when I grow up, and I come along with all this other riff from Monroe. What in the world? And I'm like,
if you listen to all the stuff that everybody putting out, and I did ask that question: why did they knock the nose off of all the Finks? I can't say that word. The Finks in Africa. Why they knock the nose off of them? Then you got them big old heads of them mountains, them monuments and stuff down there in Portugal and South America and all that. And all of them, or some of them, they knocked the noses off of them. Why did they knock the nose off of them?
I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. I never gave it a thought though.
I did too. I'm not gonna lie, I did. And Cat William brought it up. He asked that question too, because I did. When we look, I always ask questions, but I kept a lot of it in my head because I didn't want anybody to think I was crazy. And I always did. Why they knock the nose off the thing? What the nose have to do with anything? Right. Then when I got older and I started understanding that our nose and our facial features are very distinctive from the porcelain people, and that's why they did it.
Okay. I remember I seen that, but I never knew why they did that. I never knew, and I never even think to even look into it, to read into it. You know what I'm saying? To find out what the cause was.
I I was excited about anything American, but anything that wasn't American, I wanted to know. I wanted to know.
Mm-hmm,
I wanted to learn. I wanted to see what was going on, how they live, what they did, how the black people around the world were associated to us, if they live like us, and we, I wanted to know all that. And I was what they call nosy, and I was a bookworm. I like to read. Now, don't get me wrong, I did my dirt. I did my dirt, but I like to read. If I get bored, I'm gonna find me a book.
So, Pat, I gotta ask you a question. When you and your husband, y'all take a outing, and as a tattoo, when y'all go out, do you men or do you moms, do y'all go through the room and see what you can see, if there's anything wrong, or if something should be something missing in the bed bugs in the bed, or do you go through stuff? Do you look at stuff, or you just go in there, go in there and put your clothes out, jump in the bathtub, right around the butt naked, and you don't know who's taking cameras and pictures of you and stuff? Do you do that, pal? I'm nosy in the way.
In my own house, I don't look.
But when we be out in the
but
hotel,
when I go out, I be looking around. I'm very picky when I go out. I'm very picky. I'm very picky. A lot of people say they don't use the bathroom in public. I'm gonna use the bathroom in public because that's if I got boo boo, I might come home. But as far as urinate, I'm gonna use the bathroom because that's waste. And if you hold it in, you making yourself sick. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Amen.
But if it don't look right, if it don't smell right, I might hold it till I find a clean one.
I ain't gonna be going there. I'll just go back and roop. But let's check this video out, y'all.
Bitch ass motherfucker been watching me. Look, this the camera. I ain't even unhooked that one yet. You bitch ass nigga.
What the fuck?
This nigga been watching my wife. This nigga violated my kids, dog. This nigga got Bluetooth devices. This nigga got cameras.
Oh.
Nigga, you violated my kids, nigga. Nigga, I done bust all the fucking walls out. Nigga, I done have like 10 to 16 motherfucking cameras in this house, dog. You fucking freak.
Ladies, folks, everybody, but especially the ladies. This is why.
Y'all be careful. I'm telling y'all be careful. Man, y'all be careful.
Well, I got a little bit of bad news for y'all.
What? You better not say the wrong thing, what?
All these flat screen TVs, especially from I say around about 2010, when they start making them really, really big. All of them got cameras on.
That's why they was telling people to cover your camera up, especially them Doug drillers. Cover your camera up, turn it a different way. They can see what's going on in your house. And they say, man, he said he done bust out then every wall in the house, pal. Then he renting. Then he renting. Man, no.
Even if you rent the house from somebody, you still got some right to privacy.
You got all the privacy shit. He ain't there watching his kids butt naked, his wife butt naked, him butt naked, everybody right there butt naked. They done saw every part of their body.
I can understand if they already had cameras on the outside for security and stuff like that. But cameras on the inside, you ain't got no business with no cameras on the inside. What are you watching? If they're gonna tear the house up, they're gonna tear it up. Ain't nothing you can do about it.
They ain't watching for no house to get tore up.
But that's what I'm just saying.
No.
That would be my only reason thinking you would put cameras on the inside. But 16 cameras all over the house, what are you watching? That's what I'm saying. You should have some right to privacy, because if you want to go to the bathroom is the main place, or your bedroom where you undress. Ain't nobody got no business with no cameras in there.
I hate that. But Pep, and everybody in the chat, what I'm going to play next, I want y'all to dissect this with me. And it's a 6-minute video, but y'all dissect this video. Y'all watch the movements of the individual people, of the little girl, the grandma, the pastor, them people y'all watch. Y'all keep an eye on people when I play the video. But I'm not saying that you're a gospel person, you're whatever your right, whatever your religion may be. My point is the video. The point of the video is the little girl, the pastor, the grandmother. Those are the ones that I paid attention to. Not what they was doing in church, but how he presented it and how he got out of what he needed to get out of the person. So let's check it out, y'all. And we're going to talk about this video.
Who child this is? Who you came with? Come here. That's your grandbaby. Lift your hands. How you doing? Where you from? North Carolina, what part? Maxton. Where that is? Fayetteville. Near that area, okay. Stretch your hands to water. I'm going to pray for her because I know she is mouthy. Okay, say what she want to say and talk back a lot. Can't tell her nothing. But she is angry from something that happened to her. Okay. And I'm going to pray for you because I saw the man who took advantage of you. And we're going to get rid of that hurt today. Give me some more oil. I'm looking at it. I see the man.
Help him.
So the man took advantage of her. I see it. I see it. I worship.
Get mad, y'all. This is a young
Shut your hands so on.
Young girl.
Need you, Lord, right now. Shut your hands in order. You her grandmama? You know what I'm saying is true. Lift your hands, baby. I'm gonna say it like the Lord give it to me, okay? I'm not saying this to put your business out, but I want you to see this the love of God. Because I'm not talking about molested. I saw rape. Kalabasu Sulikishna Menkanomosa Nune Mifianda Zalabo Shekela Kalabasotolo. Stretch your hands toward and pray. I know she responds a certain way, but it's not to be spiteful. She's just upset that nothing was done. Nobody believed her. But the healer's in the house. The healer. Kelebo Shima Menonomosia Kialabo Shaka Yumio Shike Malas Kalabosha. After tonight, you will never have another problem out of her, because the yoke is about to be broken. Shanda Bahaya. I feel some trying to shift in here. Hey. Oh, the yoke is about to be broken. Shando. Come on, Zion. We're going to kill this thing at the root. Hato. Loose. Come on, Zion. Come on, heal this heart. Come on, Zion. Hey. Wabashanda. Set her free, set her free, set her free. Heal the hurt. 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 Now somebody shout for your children. I send deliverance. I send deliverance. I send deliverance. I send deliverance. I send deliverance in this room. Be healed from your brokenness. Be healed from your pain. Be healed from your hurt. Oh, my Sunday. Everybody lift your hands and receive healing from your brokenness. Let it go. Let your pain go. Let your insecurities go. Let your hurt go. Come on out. Come on out, pain. Come on out, rejection. Come on out, disappointment. Come on out. Come on out, rebel. Come on, come on. Come on out. Come on out, hurt. I call all that hurt out. I call about Shanda de Bosita. I call Amanda Lolobo Shekere de Bay. Lebandele de Bibi Amsi Kalatoto. Rakalabakushe. Come on out, pain. Come on out, rejection. Come on, come on. It's coming out. There's a young lady being free from the rejection and the molestation that you went through with your uncle. I call out the hurt from your uncle. I call out the hurt from your uncle. I call out the hurt from your brother. Eboshike, Ekamando, Ubiansikele, Latalolamonche, Ebashadia. Now scream for their deliverance. Be seated. Shandabosa, Shemenekia, Ikanaman Soto.
All right, now, yeah, what y'all think about that?
I think, this is just my opinion. Okay, that was all well, good, and fine, but he didn't have to get up and he could have did that in his office, at their house, not in front of everybody.
Yeah, he could have, yeah.
You didn't have to just put all her, you gonna sit there and say, I ain't trying to tell you business, and then you tell it all.
I know how y'all seen that. Yeah, you right about that, pal. Church ain't the same no more. It's not like how it was back in the days. You know, when you go to church, it wasn't all that. Like what? Some people got cash machine, ATM machines in their church and stuff like that. It's not. Church is supposed to be where you're supposed to go and get your blessings and give you. You know what I'm saying? To God. You know what I'm saying? Your all, not just go there.
Yeah, and fellowship with like-minded people and help each other, and they don't do that no more in church.
Yeah, they sure don't. Yeah, you right about that.
If you want some drama, don't go to the club, go to the church.
I know, huh? You right about that one. Yeah, you're right. That's all it is. It's like when I grew up, I remember going to church, getting good blessings, going to Sunday school as a kid. You know, then coming out there and learning the word of the man of the cloth that stand on the paddock, on the poop, you know what I'm saying, standing up there telling us how God is. You know what I'm saying? It's not like going there, everybody telling your business. Why are you telling my business for? I come to you to get my blessings.
Yeah. And the preacher up in the pulpit, he supposed to be helping you try to get right. And he worse than you, he doing things worse than what you doing.
Yes, well, you sure right. Yeah. And all this jewelry. Why the pastor gotta be blinged up for so much? Yeah. Why you got all the jewelry on?
Yeah, why you supposed to be humble?
Yes, ma'am.
If you supposed to be, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, if you're supposed to be spreading the word of God and following Jesus Christ's teachings, Jesus Christ didn't walk around with all that bling on, and
didn't.
And then they walk around with their nose turned up. He was out there with the hookers and the holes and the
driving the Cadillac.
Yeah, and he was out there he was out there with the lords. He said the lords among us.
Yes, ma'am.
And all these churches now, you got to have this amount of dollars to get in here. They got to look at your tax return, and
Yes, ma'am.
you got to wear this kind of clothes. And if you ain't wearing the name brand clothes, they talking about you in the church. And if you got a stain on your dress, you can't lead the song in the choir.
Yeah, then trying to tell you who was sitting in the front row. How you gonna tell me who was in the front row? So the front row is supposed to be for the older ladies, you know what I'm saying, that's been there in the church for a long time. It's not for the young. I want to say the young hooches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's all up in now. They leave the club on Saturday night and then church Sunday morning.
They like just that morning. They just leaving the club. That same minute, they just in the club.
So what y'all think about that, Pam?
Oh, you late, girl. I got to get.
Are you? You talking good. I had to step aside for a minute.
we had a conversation going here.
But let me tell you something. I'm mad at the grandma because the grandma knew. I think she knew. But why nobody step in though, pal?
Cause you know how the black people how black folks is. We got to keep everything hush hush, and they distorted what goes on this house, stay in this house. With some of the stuff do need to stay in the house. It ain't everybody business. But if there's something going on in that house and it ain't right, you might need to tell somebody outside that house.
Yeah. But she was scared to speak up though. I mean, I would say she was scared to speak up. I would just say that I don't know shit. I don't know. Nobody didn't believe her.
I know, and you know too, friend. You just can't put your finger on it.
You know things you can't speak up about, but people see it in your body, your language, in your body. Say people have been knowing you your whole life and know your body language, and they know how you act. And you come somewhere and you seem some kind of different, they gonna know something wrong. So it's like you don't really want to speak about it, but you really just show it in your body, though.
Body language.
Your body language.
Yeah.
And you know, friend, us when we grow up as young ladies, little girls, if we try to go tell somebody, they're not gonna blame the person that did it. They was gonna blame us. That's the reason why a lot of females don't speak up. You just being fast. You just hot tail. Believe me, I went through it.
Yeah. They won't believe you. Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't gonna believe you.
Same thing for me.
They won't believe it.
Same thing for men. Some people don't believe men, get abused, but they do. Men get abused too, though.
Yeah, they do all the time.
They get abused. I ain't gonna lie about it. A lot of them get abused. That's the reason why some of these little young boys nowadays, they don't understand. They think because they got abused that they like men. They supposed to like men, and they confused because their body is telling them to like girls.
Yeah.
But they done been molested by a man. Case in point, I'm telling you, I know for a fact. I ain't brag. I'm just telling you. That's my friend, because that friend know I'm talking.
Yeah.
I got a nephew just like that.
Yeah.
He was molested and didn't know how to tell nobody, but we knew something was wrong because he changed. And growing up, he liked the girls. He liked the girls with big chichis, big booties.
Yeah.
But he didn't understand. He thought that because what happened to him, he's supposed to been going the other way. No. That wasn't your fault.
Right.
But as I've been seeing, Pap, growing up, since I've been around females that have cousins and like nephews and stuff, it's like I be looking at them. I be like, he gonna have something in his body. He gonna be something else. You know what I'm saying? So 5-6 years later, and what happened, he became as I thought he was gonna be. So it's like he never had. I've been knowing a little kid, so I know he ain't nobody been touching on a little boy. He just been hanging around the wrong folks.
Yeah, you got those too. Yep, you got people like yep.
Mm-hmm. That's why you have to like it's just like me and my sister and my brother. When my brother was born, he didn't have nothing around him but girls because my grandma had 5 granddaughters before he even had granddaughters. And the only other boy was my uncle, and my uncle was 15 years older than him.
Yeah.
But they made my brother, anywhere my uncle went, my brother was right with him.
Yeah.
When he got big enough to sleep by himself, you get in the room with them boys, with my,
Yeah.
all the girls slept in one room. That's how my grandma didn't do it. And at that time, my uncle, the other brother was gone, so my uncle had a room. That means my brother had to go in there with my uncle because y'all boys.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you
back in the day, when my auntie had sleepovers, I had to go sleep in the room with my uncle. When my auntie had sleepovers in Arkansas, Texarkana, like my aunt had friends come over, they doing sleepovers. I slept in the room with my uncle, because
That's where you supposed to be at. Shit, what you mean? That's where you supposed to be.
Supposed to be in there, let the boys do what boys gonna do, and let girls do what girls gonna do.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
See, life has changed. It's not how it was back in the days.
I'm
from Arkansas. I'm an Arkansas baby. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna keep on saying. I'm gonna Texarkana baby. I'm a country boy. So it's the fact that when you from the country, you have that privilege to go outside and come home before 5 or 6 o'clock for the lights cut off. Even before that, you know what I'm saying? Because the fact that your mama has taught you the way of being outside and coming home how you supposed to be. It's not how the city life is. City life, these kids run the streets. These kids run these streets, boy. I can see they sit outside now and run the streets, but they look bad, but they ain't that bad. But the 90 babies, the
80 babies,
90 babies, 90 babies, them cut up kids. I don't play with them 90 babies. They somebody want to fight. I ain't gonna fight you 90 baby. I'm too old. I'm old baby.
Them 90s babies and them 2000 and millennials, they off the hook too.
Oh yeah,
they something else, baby.
A lot of them 90s babies a lot of them, the parents forgot, because I got one born in the 90s, 95. She just turned 30 the other day. A lot of them parents, I looked around with the people my youngest daughter age, a lot of their mamas was young. And when a child start turning 7, 8, the time's changing, 7, 8, 9, and 10, you dressing your child like you dressing. No, she's supposed to be dressing like a little girl.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be walking around with pigtails on her head.
But see, kids don't wear put ponytails on their head anymore, though, pal.
All them bows back there.
Them bows and stuff. They don't wear that no more.
No, they too busy putting all that weave and stuff in their head.
Yeah. And why the kids get kidnapped and stuff. Look how you dressing them. They all dressing all solicit and stuff. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just glad I ain't got no girl.
I'm speaking from experience, just like this little girl. Her name, I can't think of her real name, but it's some Corn, and we call her Corn. And she like a year older than my daughter. Might be a year and a half, about a year. But when she 7, 8 years old, she got on tank tops and short booty shorts and same way her mama dressed, she dressed. Same way her mama dressed, she dressed. And everybody was talking about, you got on the little heels. It's all right for the little girls to put on the little heels if they going to church or got a little dance or outing or something to go to. Then you dress them up and you can put them on the little heels for the little kids and all that. But not... You 7, 8 years old, you walk around here looking like a hooker. You dressing like your mama.
A hooker,
and then when she become a teenager, mama can't do nothing with her.
So okay.
She couldn't do nothing with her. I mean, I ain't talking bad about the mama because she dead and gone now. But before she passed away, she couldn't do nothing with that girl. She was in and out of girls' home, everything. She was getting in trouble doing that. She couldn't do nothing with her because you didn't do nothing with her when she was little.
Well, taught her the way being that way of you.
You let her sit around and watch what y'all was doing. Let her dress the way you dressed her the way you dressed. No, that's why you couldn't do nothing with her when she got older.
Yeah.
And these was a lot of females that I hung out with, like in the early 2000s. And most of them was younger than me. I'm not gonna. I was usually the oldest one sitting around them, and I would be trying to tell them, and they didn't. A lot of them was around my oldest daughter age, a couple years older, 3-4 years older. And I be trying to tell them, I done been through where y'all going. I ain't tell you how to raise a child, but you might not want to do that. You might want to do this. Trying to help them. I wasn't trying to talk about them or put them down, and they won't listen to me. And then everything I try to tell them, it knocked them upside the head.
Right.
She ended up having the Quan ended up. I thought she had a baby when she was young, the whole 9 yards. Mom couldn't do nothing with her.
Dang. So they was talking about Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett running for something. She can run for some kind of election.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's check it out. Let's check it out first. Hold on, friend. Hold on.
Can you tell me what you're hearing about him from Republicans, from colleagues that will speak to you off the record? Do they have concerns about him? No names, but are you hearing concerns?
I do hear concerns, and let me make sure that I get this timeline together for the American people. Number one, he was sworn in on January 20th. That was on a Monday. We were supposed to be in session from Tuesday to Friday of that week. They canceled our Friday votes. So we have only been in session Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of the week that he was sworn in. No other days. They decided to take advantage of the fact that Congress was not in and started to unravel and break as many things in our democracy as they could without us being here. But I can tell you that even when we went through the CR vote, there were Republicans that silently or in the background were cheering us on and saying this is wrong. Like they knew we had negotiated, and all of a sudden this guy who's not elected makes a tweet on Twitter. And so, no, can I tell you that Republicans want to see Elon go down? I can. Now, will they come out publicly and say that? No, because they're concerned about whether or not he'll spend money in their next elections. But there are some. But I need them to understand that this is their time to rise up and do what is right. This is the time to honor the oath that we all took. Listen, today I had to enter into agreement with Rand Paul, something that I never saw on my bingo card. But this is a guy who made it clear. This stupid tariff war is just that. It is dumb. And I have to agree, even when it's somebody like Rand Paul, I have to agree that he is absolutely correct.
Okay, Pam, let's go in. Girl, let's go in.
Number one, she lied.
What?
Yep. Because when Elon put that, and don't get me, I ain't no Trump fan, I ain't no Elon fan, I ain't no nobody over here. I ain't none of that. I'm just going. When Elon tweeted that, Trump had never even been sworn in yet.
Shut your mouth.
She lied.
What you say? Number two,
the Republicans that is agreeing with the Democrats is because they hands dirty too.
Yeah.
That's why the Democrats mad, because they don't want him and Elon digging, because they don't want them to find all the corruption that's been going on for years and years and years. And the Republicans is just as corrupt as the damn Democrats.
Yeah. And they said she running for something up in the White House. Everybody she been going so hard. They said she been going too hard. I said, yeah, she been going mighty hard these last 6-7 months. Yeah, something going on.
I'm gonna tell you why she going hard. I'm gonna tell you why she going hard. Number one, she a crash dummy.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, Elon, that session she was talking about, I think it happened in December. If I'm not mistaken, but I know for a fact that it was before he was sworn in.
What?
Yes.
And she lied. Put that in
she lied. He did do that tweet, and they did change their vote, but it was before Trump was sworn in. I know that for a fact.
Well, why she lie like that, I wonder? Lying butt. They ain't looking good on her by lying.
Let me run it down. I'm trying to keep it short and sweet as best I can.
Let's go.
The Democrats is not in power because the black folks done learn what they've been doing. We they number one voting block. If we move whatever go on, if we all decide not to vote, a good number of us decide not to vote, the Republicans gonna get in office. You see, that's what happened. Boom, it happened.
Right.
Because a lot of us done woke up and realized all this fuckery that we already been knowing has been going on is coming out. It's all coming out. And any of them Republicans that half of them that agree with the Democrats, they either really don't like Donald Trump or they don't want the dirt to come out on them. And they got Jasmine Crockett out in the front because they think, which is very insulting to black people, that we like ratchetness. Because when when Jasmine Crockett come out, number one, the real black folks know all that shit she doing is fake. Because number one, she's trying too hard. Pay attention, she's trying too hard to make it look like that. So, and they got her out there doing that to try to get the black folks back over on the Democratic plantation. But a real nigga that know a real ratchet person know that ain't her.
So hold on. So you mean these people right here? So hold on, these people right here.
You mean to tell me a man worth over $400 billion is going to decide what happens with my grandma's Social Security check?
No one elected Elon Musk to nothing. And yet, Elon Musk is seizing the power that belongs to the American people. We are here to fight back.
When we open up the Senate every single morning, we don't pledge allegiance to the billionaires. We don't pledge allegiance to Elon Musk. We don't pledge allegiance to the creepy 22-year-olds working for Elon Musk. We pledge allegiance to the United States of America. And so I want to make sure that my mother gets her Social Security check, not because she pledges allegiance to Elon, but because she pledges allegiance to the United States of America.
This is the most corrupt bargain we've ever seen in American history. Elon Musk gives $250 million to elect Donald Trump, and Donald Trump turns over the keys to the United States government to Elon Musk and his billionaire friends and his cronies. Are we going to let that stand? Hell no, we're not going to let that stand.
We know who we work for. We know that we work for the American people. And what we're not going to do is stand around while they pull this bullshit that they're trying to pull right now. We are going to be in your face. We are going to be on your ass. And we are going to make sure, you understand what democracy looks like. And this ain't it.
Them people right there, pal.
Right there. What they say? Don't they say a hit dog a holler?
Them folks right there, boy, they hot. Oh, they hot. Ooh, they hot.
Don't they say a hit dog a holler?
And they hollering loud.
And they hollering. So what you hollering for? What you hollering for? Don't get me wrong. I ain't never like Elon Musk. It hurts me to sit and listen to what he's saying because I can't understand half the shit he be saying. It sounds like he's mumbling or chewing up his words. I don't know. But I'm gonna just put it in kind of everyday terms. If you running a business and the IRS say that they gonna audit you, you gonna go find somebody to do your business, to audit your books before you turn them in to the IRS to try to make sure they right. And you go get somebody that ain't got to fight, it ain't got a dog in the fight to check your books to make sure you turn them over to the IRS right.
Right.
You're gonna go get it in. You always hear when they go to auditing the books and stuff, they get an independent firm. Somebody that ain't got no, only thing they doing is getting paid to go through these books and make sure all the numbers right. So Elon Musk, he really ain't got no dog in the fight no more than seeing where all the extra money going, where he can get more contracts. Make his contract, well, not so much to get more contracts, make his contracts bigger.
You're right, because when Trump got president, he released all his stuff down there in Austin, Texas. Everything.
And he ain't released everything because he's building school down there.
Yeah.
And he building his own little community down there too.
Yeah.
And And he of course he really ain't got no dog in the fight, but he do got a dog in the fight, because if he exposed where they wasting money, and then they want to talk about the little 22-year-old, them the ones they need to go get, because half of the people in the United States government, 2/3 of them is 80, 75, 80. They need to take their ass home and sit down, because the world done changed. And if you listen to them Democrats, all the thing they hollering about is Medicaid, prescription pills, Social Security. Them ain't the only people that live in America.
Sure,
you got from 0 to 99.
Yeah.
And the people that's 20 years old don't give a damn about no damn prescription pills.
That's what half of them killing us anyway. Them prescription pills, they ain't no doggone good. Half of them pills we on, we don't even probably even be on. Shit.
You don't need to be on them. You don't need to be on them, because they're not giving you nothing to cure you. They giving you something to treat you.
Yeah, to treat you. You right, treat you.
Yeah, because ain't no money in curing you. Ain't no money.
And you said the right word, Pap. Treat you. You got.
Yeah,
you
and they
said,
tell you
that right, Spring.
We give you a treatment. You get a treatment.
You said that right.
And the 20-year-old that is aware of the politics, they ain't giving a damn about no Social Security, because they sitting up watching everybody, watching the people. That's the reason why half these 20 and 30-year-olds don't work. They don't have no incentive to work.
Right.
The rent is all out of you can't afford nowhere to live. You can't afford no groceries. You barely can afford. You can't if you can't afford rent and groceries, you damn sure can't afford no car and clothes.
And a black man who got a felony ain't know where in the hell he gonna come, because he got a felony on his back, and such as the man with the orange hair on his head. But the black man who got the felony on his back, he can't get no job. Then the job he get, it be a shitty job. Ain't making no money. And get treated any kind of way.
The orange man is trying to fix. The orange man, he might not give a damn about us, but all of them listening to us. All of them listening to us.
Yeah, they watching.
He trying to fix that fact too, because he done heard the memes and everything on social media. You got a felon in the White House, and why I can't get a job? And he go try to do something about that too.
He paying attention, because he's an internet freak, so he paying attention.
He paying attention.
Yeah, he paying attention.
Yeah, he paying attention. Why I can't get no job? I got one felony, and I can't get no job. It's all on my credit report and everything. You know, that's what black folks are saying. And Joe Biden was the one who made it that way. With the 94 crime bill.
Let me tell you something. I tried to download the story, but I think I sent it to you, I'm not for sure. And I'm gonna tell y'all about y'all babies. Y'all ones who like to let y'all kids go to folks' house and don't check on them and don't go inside the people's house, don't know nothing, what the furniture looks like, don't know nothing. Well, I tried to download it, but I couldn't download them separate track. I can download it again. Well, these people stayed with that. Well, these people, I'm gonna say these people neighbors stayed downstairs, and the black people stayed upstairs. But I don't know if the people downstairs were black, white. They never said what color they was. They never said what race it was. But I just know the people upstairs above them was black. And so they came upstairs and knocked on the door and said, could their son come downstairs to a birthday party? Then it was a dad. And the dad said, everybody's there, for the son to come down and enjoy the party with them. She said she heard the music and everything going on downstairs, so she let her kid go and go downstairs to the birthday party. So she said when she got through cleaning up, she said as she was cleaning, she could hear the music and everything going, the party and everything. So as she got through cleaning up, she said, well, let me go down here and see what's going on and check on my baby. She go downstairs and check on her baby, knock on the door. She said, all she can hear is just some music playing. She said, well, maybe they couldn't hear me. They're having such a good time. So she went back upstairs to her apartment, and she still could hear the music playing in the apartment downstairs. After a while, the daddy come home. I don't know how many hours or how many minutes, but the daddy come home. The daddy come home, asked about where the son was at. She said he downstairs at the birthday party at the neighbor's house. He said, okay. Then he changed his clothes and everything, got dressed and went downstairs. They both went downstairs, knocked on the door. They heard the music playing, music real loud. They knocked on the door, nobody was there. Nobody answered, so they twist the door now. They walk in. Well, how about the apartment was clean? Well, nobody in that apartment. There was some music on the floor playing, and they were looking for their son. Went through the apartment. There was their son in the bathtub. His organs gone. Y'all stop letting y'all damn kids go to places. Y'all making me sick. You getting on my nerve. You don't need no baby if you can't take care of your kids. Why she let her kid go to a party downstairs that she never even fucking knew them damn neighbors? Why would you even do that? Kid come unalive. That pissed me off so bad. I don't know what to do. Hey, TT, that pissed me off. And Pat, my thing is, she heard the music.
Why she didn't go in at the first time?
Baby,
that would be my thing. I would have went in. That's like when my little grandkids come and people inviting them to the party. I be asking questions. I be asking, you know them? They go to school with you or what? Or the little kids in the neighborhood, which you don't see them like when we was little. But if it was one or two of them they play with, they walk halfway home with them from school. You know, I done seen them and stuff. They want to go to their house. Do you know their mama go around there and ask that? You know, I tell my daughter, go around there and ask their mama, is it all right for them to come? I don't care about them coming over here because I'm going to keep an eye on them. It's okay for them to come over here. But you ain't going nowhere. I don't really know them people.
Right. And they was just so scared, like, now her baby was going to bath in the bathroom. He in the bath to his organs. So now they took this baby organs now. Now, my thing is, can you say what their name, what they said their name was? Did you ever get the mama? This is told the mama because daddy didn't see him. Did you get a good view of what they looked like, a good description, what they had on? You know what I'm saying? Tall, short, with the height, size, weight, you know?
Yeah, that's why I tell everybody keep their head on swivel. Pay attention to your surroundings. At least, did she know what the people look like, or how long they had been living there, or anything?
That woman didn't know nothing. And I was wondering, like, and I'm thinking, like, when she was coming up the stairs all the time, did she know the apartment empty, or did she ever notice anybody staying in the doggone apartment?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How long them people been living there? What, you know? Because if you live in an apartment, you still need to keep an eye on your surroundings.
Right.
Because in an apartment complex, people come and go.
That's scary to me, Pep. I don't know.
It is.
Okay, let's check out let's check out this hospital, y'all. This is some more freaky stuff.
This is Chelsea. Chelsea is 28 years old and she's from Waukegan, Illinois. Now, Chelsea checked herself into Vista East Hospital in Waukegan on Tuesday of this week. On Thursday, her body was found on the roof of Vista East Hospital in Waukegan, Illinois. And how do I know about this story? Because this is my hometown. Now, 2 weeks ago, the same hospital, Vista, furloughed 69 employees. They let go of 69 of their employees. Not too long ago, the same hospital lost their trauma unit. So if someone is shot here, they have to be taken further out to get service. And if you know Waukegan, Illinois, you know that our murder rate and things like that is high. Like, people get shot here often. But let's get back to Chelsea. Chelsea was a beautiful 28-year-old who checked herself into the hospital and somehow ended up deceased on the roof of this hospital. How? You know what I'm saying? Like, is there not sirens going off when you go through certain doors? And how would she know to get to the roof? Or did someone take her up there? What is going on in my city? Let's talk about it in the comments, you guys. This is so crazy, but keep her family in your prayers.
My phone. That's crazy, y'all. My phone in there. I see. No, see, that's crazy, y'all. What you think about that, Pep? Now, how she get on top of that doggone roof? I don't know. She didn't walk up there. She didn't go by herself. But yeah, my thing is, how did she get to that hospital? I mean, how did she get to up in that room like that, y'all? How did she get there like that? How did she get there? How did she get there? Somebody took her there. She didn't get there by herself. Somebody took her there. But my thing is, you know, how sick was she? How sick was she? to get to that roof like that.
All right. Bye.
That's messed up. Hood talk. Yeah, how'd she get to that roof like that? Who put her there? Who took her up there? She ain't go to by her. She ain't no way in the world she went to the roof by herself. Like she said, we go to them doors, alarm, emergency doors, certain doors, them alarms go off. Ding.
Yep.
The bell go off.
Yep.
So somebody did that. But they didn't say if anything was missing, but they just said she come up unalive.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what's up with that. That's the reason why we don't believe in going to the hospital. You ain't gonna stay up there by yourself unless you want to stay up there by yourself. Other than that, we don't believe in that.
No, me neither. My family member, we never did. My mom didn't let us just stay with anybody. My mama checked to make sure, when we did. Well, let me take it back. We didn't stay with nobody but family members. We couldn't stay with strangers. My mama didn't know. She didn't care. She did. We did go to school with them. She didn't care. She ain't trying to hear that. If one family member's house when we was young, we wasn't going over there. And some family member houses, we still couldn't go over. Huh?
That's right.
We still couldn't go to their doggone house. We still stayed at our own house. If they weren't clean enough, my mom still didn't trust them some kind of way. It was something we couldn't go, no matter what, even though they were family members. She didn't care.
Yeah. Excuse me. I had to take that call. That was my.
Oh, girl, baby, I understand. I understand.
That you didn't hear what I said. I said that was the ex-husband.
All right, fast ass.
No, we conversate if it's about business, and we keep it. He in Wisconsin, and he be keeping me up, and I be keeping him up on what's going on. And we usually be talking business when we talk.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Because I know a little bit about some of his business that some of his family members might not know.
Yeah. You sure right, the hood talk. You just never know. Even when you go to the hospital, it's always best to take somebody to the hospital, y'all. They don't want to go. I don't want to go. Somebody go to the hospital with me. You just never know. I might not come back.
Yeah, that's what I said. My mama not having that. Right. You cannot stay at the hospital by yourself.
Hood talk say because you got all kind of doctors coming in and out the hospital all night long. You sure do. And they don't be knowing who the doctor be. Doctor come through there with a note, with a tablet, a notepad or whatever, with glasses on, doctor coat on. They don't say what room you going to or what's your name or you need to check in and nothing like that. That man just go into that room and unalive you and come up out of there. They won't know nothing. And by you to the doctor, they got their head down. They don't know what you looked like. Shit.
Yeah, that's why I got when my brother had that heart attack. I asked him, "Do I need to come down there?" And he hurried up. Nah, I got because at the time his wife still RN. Nah, I got a black doctor. I said, it don't matter. That's best. But if I need to come down there, I will. And then when I went to see my sister after she had her surgery, she was up there by herself. And I was mad. I'm like, I wasn't going to be able to see her because I couldn't see her like that. Why you up here by yourself? You got 3 sons. Where they at? That was my question. Y'all know we don't play that. I told you we don't play that way. She hear up. They on their way.
Yeah, y'all go to the hospital with these people. When people to the hospitals, your family members, y'all go to the hospital with them people. Y'all, you just, like Hood Talk say, you just never know. Different doctors coming in. Now they got the mask on. And they ain't looking up the holding their head to see what doctor coming in out y'all room. Sure.
They sure ain't. They ain't care. I worked up there. I done seen how they do stuff. I worked at the hospital housekeeping. And you can sit back and watch a whole bunch of stuff. You supposed to be cleaning rooms. You see everything.
Yeah, girl. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. But let's check this out, y'all, about the ISIS. They said the ICE is coming, y'all. Hold on.
Rapaziada, trabalhando 25 assim, ó. Todo mundo correndo, já abriu a loja. Chegando, pessoal aí, ó. Chegando. Olha da louca, mano. Quem trabalha igual louco. Olha como tá correndo. Você é louco, pai. Maria. Corre!
So I said I played that to say this. Out of all those people, was nobody in that damn flea market league, nobody. So that you know, we buying stuff that we ain't supposed to be buying. We buying stuff that ain't false designs and stuff like that. We already know they fake designs, but man, we buying shit that we ain't gonna be buying from them people. You know what I'm talking about?
That ain't what I seen.
What you see?
I seen that I was a whole bunch of
Chinese,
whatever it was. I ain't seen no black folk with no businesses up in there.
No, I didn't see no brothers and sisters. No.
And that. See, I don't be want people to get, but I just be being real. I won't think I'm just a heartless person, but I'm for my people. Don't get me wrong. I love you, Sarah. You ain't did nothing to me, Sarah. I love you, but I'm for my people. I'm for my people. And y'all hand money to them to start businesses. Y'all hand money to them to buy a house. And we, the people, been over here paying into this system, living up under this system for 300 and 400 years, and we can't get a penny of our own money.
Yeah.
Then they want us to get. They want us to come out and protest and stomp the yard for them because they sending them back over there. I'm sorry, I cannot do that. I'm not being a horse. I got to worry about mine. I got 13. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 12. I got 16 grandkids, and I got to worry about how they gonna make it in this world.
Yeah, and Sarah ain't Caucasian.
Nah, she wanna.
Like
she just got a little bleach. She just got a little bleach coat on her. That's all.
And that's my chocolate. And my baby.
Don't get me wrong. I'm for all people too, Sarah. Believe me, because when I worked at that, especially
Sarah woke. She know what's been going on. She know what's been going on. Sarah real woke. Oh, she woke. She woke.
When I worked at the place with the handicapped people, I had two of them. 2 of my babies was black, and 3 of my babies was white. And they're my babies. I bet even there I ain't seen none of them, but I bet not heard nobody that mistreated damn one of them.
Yeah.
My baby. One of them was a boy, Jeffrey, and when they told me the story behind him, I was just mad.
Oh, she said she's Greek and Lebanese. Okay, Sarah, my bad.
Okay, Sarah. Well, you got a little brown in you then.
Leave Sarah.
Yeah. I got mad when they told me the backstory behind him. They said nobody never taught him how to talk. After he was born, his mama ran out and left him with her mom and daddy, and they was too old to raise him. So they put him in the home. And nobody never taught him how to talk. Nobody never taught him. He got older before they, he learned how to use the bathroom and stuff like that. Tell somebody to go bathroom. He a grown man by the time I meet him.
Yeah.
And he was mean, and he understood very well, but they didn't know how well he could understand because he didn't talk. And they said nobody never taught him how to talk. And nobody couldn't do nothing with him but me.
Yeah.
And he definitely was about 6 feet tall, if not about 6'1", 6'2", but couldn't nobody do nothing with him but me. And when he got mad, he threw his weight around and he was strong. And couldn't, even the men that they had working there couldn't do nothing with him. I walk in, Jeff, sit your ass down, stop acting like that. He changed the whole thing. He'll let me know he mad, and he'll let me know who done pissed him off too, because he'll look at him and he look. But he sit down there like somebody. Sit down, Jeffrey. Ain't nobody got time for all that. And he sit down.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he climbed up at the day school, we gonna tell Miss Cassandra. And when I go over there to pick him up, Miss Cassandra, Jeffrey, how you acting? Miss Cassandra, he been acting up. Jeffrey, you been acting up today. He'll drop his head. Nobody, I'm telling the truth, nobody couldn't do nothing. They would call me to come and calm him down because nobody couldn't do nothing with him.
So, Pat, we are in 2025. These black queens made this right here in 1968. A year after I was born. Check it out.
We are supposed to be the ladies of Howard, and they want us to portray this woman on a pedestal who's trying to compete with the white man's woman. And number one, we can't do it because we do not look like the white women, and I don't think we can try and act like them either. The black administration, our black administration, seem to think that they are making a great example. They're showing the great white father how good we are. And the great white father is over there laughing at how stupid we are.
Our administration is involved in some sort of fairy tale. The black woman has been under a lot of stress and strain through the past century or two. And because of this, she doesn't need to be put on a pedestal. She knows she's a woman. She doesn't have to be told she's a woman like our psychologically weak white sisters.
Thank you.
Because she suffered, she knows the stuff she's made of, and she knows that stuff composes womanhood.
They say that the black woman has dominated. Well, she has to an extent, but because she had to. But all while she was dominating, she was in the gutter. So I don't think that it was free. Because anytime you have to lay with a white man to feed your family, you're not free. That's the white man's concept of freedom, his freedom, not yours. We have been taught for so long to be separate. They brought the slaves over, they took mama to Virginia, father to Georgia, and the children to Tennessee. The white man taught the black man how to desert his children. White man would come in, not only would he desert his children that he had by that slave woman, he would sell. They want you to be white orientated, and then somewhere in the back of your mind, if you just feel like it, you can store a little bit of black knowledge and black pride. You're supposed to be proud of George Washington because he never told a lie, which in itself is a lie.
The administration of Howard University, the present administration, are the children of last generation. We're the men and the women of this generation and the generations to come. Either they'll come with us or be left behind. Most likely they'll be left behind.
Did y'all understand those sisters? Now, what has changed between 1968 until where we are now in 2025? What's changed? I don't see no change. Too much.
That's what I was explaining the other day when you told me the other day. Them our mamas and daddies. I was born in 1968.
Mm-hmm.
Them our parents.
Yeah.
And our parents, a lot of our parents was a few rebels. A few of them was.
They was.
And the ones that was rebels taught us that, what they was talking about. That's the reason why some of us are rebels now. Because they made us to understand how the world really was, but this how you got to maneuver in it.
Right. Right. And she said...
That was my parents and your parents. Because I was born in 1968.
That's right. I was born in 1967. That's right. That's right. That's right. So what do you see change between the 1968, what they were saying then, and to what it has become to 2025? Well, you see the difference? What difference do you see?
I see a little difference. We more black women are understanding that we learning who we are a little bit more now because there's more information. We got more information, access to information now. Mm-hmm. So it's more and more of us is beginning to think like they thinking. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But ain't a whole lot done changed because just in the last couple of years, when all the information started coming out about how the perms and the weave and everything giving us cancer, we going back to wearing our natural hair.
Right.
It's not about going in the boardroom and looking like the white woman. It's about going in the boardroom and being the black woman that you are.
But see, my thing is, some of my sisters forget who they are because they too busy with the eyelash, the long hair, the BBLs, getting the boobies done. They forget who my sisters, they have forgot who the hell they are.
And they like it. That's why they pushing Jasmine Crockett in your face.
You know, she needs to sit down. Titi said, I don't bow down to white people. I allow them to be who they are until they give me a reason not to trust them.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have no problem. I don't want y'all to think I just hate white people. No. I just want y'all to understand how the system of white supremacy operates. Because you got to, as rest his soul, Dr. Neely Fuller Jr., he tells it all. You have to understand, if you don't understand the concept of white supremacy, everything you thought you know would just confuse you. You have to understand the system of white supremacy. And in America, we live all over the world, really, but it's prevalent in America. We live under the system of white supremacy. And in order to be able to maneuver it and live half-as right, you got to understand it. And so, Jasmine Crockett Jasmine Crockett went to a Catholic school, but probably predominantly white. And if you a black girl growing up in Mississippi and you go to a Catholic school, you know it's predominantly white. In St. Louis, Missouri.
Right.
Then if you grow up in a system like that, that's what you see. That's how you gonna act. That's how you gonna act. And then you get in the world and you see that ain't how the world really operates. And you look at yourself and you're a black person, you got to try to conform to the black people or your black, get back to your roots. And she watching you go and do her background and see it, who supporting her, who giving her money, where she getting her donations and stuff from. You'll see why she act like that. And the Democrats, people keep forgetting they was once the Dixiecrats that hate black people, and they still hate black people. But step and fetch it and get up here and dance for me and talk all loud and act all ratchet, that's what they like, because that's what they think of us. And her dumb ass, you got them white folks education. Hold on, somebody, my dog.
Go ahead. Yeah, let's see.
Okay. You went to school, you got the white folks education, then you got all the, because the black woman is the most educated person in America. You went and got all your education, you very educated, but you not street smart, and then you plan on the fact that you got melanin in you to step and fit and dance for them folks, because you think that's what they want. And they got you out there doing that to try to pull the black people back in to the Democratic Party, and it's not gonna work, because we know that wasn't none of you. That ain't none. The way you acting, that's not you. You weren't acting like that at first.
No, because she was so quiet. I didn't know who she was at first. Because she was so quiet. I remember Corey and all them, but her, she was quiet. I didn't hear too much about her back through the years.
You for 2 years, you was in the House of Representatives in Texas. You weren't talking like that then. You weren't talking like that. Then I hadn't even forgot about you in the House of Representatives in Texas for 2 years. Because you was quiet. She was quiet. That's what I said. The few people she did, I seen an interview they did with her, but she was defending some black dude that was fighting the police in Fort Worth. You was humble. You was quiet. You looked totally different. Totally different. Little face was fat. You had a little weight on you.
Yeah.
And then you done got up there and let them people blow your head up, because that's basically what they done did.
Yeah.
And you actually shooting your own self in the head.
Yeah, you right. You right, Hood Talk. Yeah, you right, Hood Talk. We came a long way. Not to know what's going on. But yeah, they all say we look alike, y'all. Check it out.
The fallout is now escalating, with the Contra Costa County Public Defender's Office demanding the district attorney drop every single pending case brought by Antioch police. NBC Bear's Stephanie Magallon joins us in the newsroom with the latest.
Jess, the situation is escalating. When we first learned about the FBI investigation, we knew at least 17 officers were involved. That number rose to 24, and now 45 officers, according to the County Public Defender's Office, and all of their cases are now in question. In a new letter to the Contra Costa County District Attorney, Public Defender Ellen McDonald reveals there's now at least 45 Antioch officers on text chains they call racist, homophobic, and violent against black people. McDonald also confirms at least 16 of those officers are in leadership roles.
Found some 45 of its 99 police officers sent and received racist messages dating back to 2019. "I'll bury that N-word in my fields," said one text. Another said, "Bro, they all look the same." To which an officer then responded, "I feel like I'm at the zoo." There were multiple texts referring to black people as gorillas and monkeys. One officer even appeared to admit, "Since we don't have video, I sometimes just say people gave me a full confession when they did."
Okay, Titi said, just like most black women, once you disrespect me or my race, I won't turn up on you. Be humble until you can't be no more. And she also said, I saw Jasmine being disrespected by white women who sat on the same council as her, and then I saw her turn up. I'm just saying. That boy DC said, we are not gone. We're not going back. They want us to fight, to be fighting with each other, right? But I don't look like you, Pap.
Nah, we all look different. But
that's crazy.
Stuff like that, when I see stuff like that, it's funny to me.
But they don't charge all these people for all these charges of different things that they've been saying they look alike, and you know what they've been saying, and then they got to go back and let those people go. I mean, I don't look like TT or DC or Sarah. I mean, we all don't look damn alike as black people.
No, that's what they want to say. When I say it's funny to me, because they act like they outraged about that. And it's something that the people in the black community, we've been knowing for years and years and years, that's what they do, and that's how they feel. Now y'all want to be shocked that y'all actually done got some text messages and they was doing this. That's how
they be black people and talking about we holding you because you look like such. We've been looking for it, and they put a picture out. That ain't none of me. Should they look like me? They don't even look like me. You know?
Let me tell you. That remind me of one time my son was hanging out over there in the trailer park with this little white boy named DC. DC didn't know he was white. He thought he was black.
Yeah.
And they had been friends ever since they was in 3rd grade. And something went on over there in the apartment. I mean, in the little trailer park where they was at. And they was trying to put it on my son. They made the mistake of calling me at work and telling me, the police did, to asking me about it and telling me to bring my son down to the police office. And the one mistake she made was she told me, don't talk to him about it before I got there. Just bring him down there and tell him they wanted to talk to him.
Huh?
And I'm saying, I said, okay. I said, okay on the phone.
Okay.
But when I get off the phone, I'm like, who the hell she thinks she is telling me I can't talk to my son? First of all, I don't even know what the hell y'all what's going on. And you telling me to bring my son to the police officer and don't talk to him. What the hell? You know, it made me mad.
Right.
You can't tell me not to talk to my son. That's my son.
Right.
Number two, you're not talking to the average black person that when a white person talk to him is yes sir, massa, no sir, massa, and do whatever they say. I ain't never been one of them. Right. I ain't never been one of them. I don't care who you is. I'm gonna question everything that you say to me, especially when it comes to me and mine. So when we get down now, I take my son to the police office and everything, find out what's going on. It was a detective and who Holloway. And they got to questioning him and talking about he wore a size 8 shoe. And my son took his foot and threw it up on the desk. He said, do that look like a size 8 shoe? And we laughing, and the woman, and they said something to him, and me and him was talking back and forth too. And she said, I thought I asked you not to talk to him. I turned around, I looked at her, I didn't give a damn about her being no police, who had a way sitting up in there, none of that. I said, that's my damn son, and you and nobody else can't tell me not to talk to him. I said, you asked me to bring him down here, and that's what I did. As far as this conversation, the conversation I had between me and my child, you can't tell me not to talk to my child.
Right, right.
Whoever the boy was had a size 8 foot and an afro. My son ain't never had no afro a day in his life.
An afro and a size 8 shoe?
And we were laughing. Me and my son were laughing at everything they were saying. And that's what they really pissed him off. And when they said about the 8 size shoe, he took his foot and threw it up on the desk. He said, now, do that look like a size 8 shoe in a man? Threw his foot up on the desk because my son crazy. Afro, me and him looked at each other. We started laughing because my son been getting a haircut ever since he was 1 year old and been wearing it low all his damn life. Ain't never had an afro.
Yeah, trying to say we all look like we all look like.
Talk about the afro. Yeah, that's what they were talking. That's what and when they talk about the afro, he went to rubbing his head, and we started laughing. And we was tickled like hell. And they trying to figure out why we laughing. Because he knew and I know. And he said, I ain't never had an afro. Never in my life. And he was not lying. He got his first haircut when he was 1 year old. Been wearing his hair low ever since.
Yeah. We all
he ain't never had no plaits. He ain't never had no braids. Except for before he turned a year old, his hair was a little long. After he turned a year old, he got his haircut. He never had no afro, no braids, no twists, no nothing. He wore it low.
Yeah, we all don't look alike. We all don't look alike, and that's why they be trying to hem out of black men's up and do what they be doing because they try to say all the black men's look alike. That's why they pick on our brothers like that. That's why.
And the boy who did it had left and went back. I think they say he went to Mississippi or somewhere. He went back to wherever he was from. But the reason why they singled my son out is because he hung out with DC, and him and DC was a white boy. But him and DC had been friends since they were in the 3rd grade.
That's his friend, yeah.
And that was his friend. And that poor little boy, he died last year.
Oh, Lord have mercy. No.
And he was my son's friend. Like I said, I don't have nothing against our white folks because DC was my son's friend. They was friends. Because when they was in 3rd grade, DC was fat. He was a little fat boy. And they used to pick on him at school, and my son took up for him because he knew they were picking at him because he was fat. And they became friends.
Yeah. I hate that. But y'all remember that woman who had her kids in the car and two of them passed away?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think some kind of feature with this story. How are we gonna get to that? Hold on.
Good time right there. All right. Hey, what up, man? Brand new. Ain't no doubt about it.
So let me tell you my theory on that right there. TT said, I told Perk the other day if they had to choose their side or ours, they would denounce us in their heartbeat. He said, not me, TT. Yeah, this is my theory. Okay. Remember the baby daddies came on there, the baby daddy came on there and said he didn't know what was going on, right?
Mm-hmm. The
kids come to lie, she said, because they had frozen to death because her car ran out of gas and everything. Now they're saying the kids got unalive because of carbon monoxide in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And then my thing is, here you is on TV with all these people in the background, and I saw a lot of black people, and I saw a lot of white people. My thing is, she got all this attention. But if she wouldn't have been running that car like that, with that carbon monoxide, the kids would never pass away. But my thing is also, why didn't she pass away if it was that bad?
My thing is, where was all them people before that?
Right. Right. I mean, I hate to sound mean.
Nobody knew she was sleeping in that car.
Nobody. She said nobody knew. Nobody knew.
Somebody knew.
But she said she talked to the dad, the kid's dad, but he said he didn't know they was in the car.
Somebody knew they was in that car. I don't care what nobody say. Somebody knew they didn't have nowhere to stay. If it wasn't but one person, somebody knew they didn't have nowhere to stay.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
So
know.
what was all them people before?
I'm something wrong. I don't know. I can't put my head on Pat, but it's something wrong with that.
Friend, I feel the same way. That's why I had never watched none of the video. All I saw was when the videos come down, I just read the headlines because that wasn't sitting right in my soul. Something ain't right about that.
Something ain't right. And we're gonna watch some. I'm gonna download some stuff about Angel Stone. Something ain't right about that story either. And they say she missing and this and that. A kid didn't want. They had a non-disclosure paper they had to sign, and no, they didn't want no autopsy. And then all of a sudden she come missing, and then somebody. There was Pam said she seen a video, y'all, saying she ain't passed away.
I ain't seen that video no more, but my husband bought it in here. I was sitting on the couch, he was in his room, and he loved TikTok. He loved TikTok and he loved Facebook. When he come in there and he showed me a video of Andy Stone saying she had to clear up all the mess. But I ain't seen the video no more, and ain't nobody else said nothing about it. They still talk about she was dead. And here goes the big question. If it was 9 people, how come she the only one that died?
I can't fathom that around me because they said we were a little bruised up. Y'all was a little bruised up. The way that damn van was turned over and hit on the side, y'all and slid down the road. Y'all it slid some feet. And y'all was a little bruised up, but she passed away. But didn't that look like nothing wrong with the damn driver? Not a bruise or a scratch, not a scar, no blood, no nothing, no leaking, no nothing.
And my husband said from what he's seen, they was like out in the open. Why come they couldn't steer off the road to avoid the accident?
And then what I seen was when I seen the 18 wheeler where he supposed to got hit. You know, how get hit somebody. Didn't look like he even got hit, even hit nothing on that damn truck.
Yeah, that's what he said. The 18 wheel, you see an 18 wheel coming toward you, and basically you in an open field, and you can't try to steer and avoid the accident.
TT said that was an old video. TT said
it might be.
And she said they claim she died before, and she sued a media source that spread the lie. Oh dang.
Well, she was trying to get all her royalties and the rights back to the songs and stuff she had wrote. She was trying to get her money back. I know that.
She sure was. And I don't understand if you've been in business, but my thing is, Pam, did she drop the ball herself as far as her money? Because she wasn't going in there to check and see her eyeballing it herself instead of believing the people that she hired to take care of finances for her. Do you think she dropped the ball a little bit? You think?
Well, a lot of them do drop the ball because they don't know enough about finances. So they think they be calling themselves, and they be calling themselves, putting it in somebody's hands that understand. But like she wasn't the only one who said it. It's a bunch of more artists done said it too. That when you go to sign a record deal, the record company will tell you to go and get a lawyer, and 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get a lawyer right around you, and they work for the record company too.
Right, get their lawyer. Right. TT said, remember she was hospitalized suffering from a staph infection. They said then she died, and she didn't. Just took a while for her to recover.
Yep, I remember that too. That's when she lost all that weight.
Oh, that's how she lost that weight. Okay. I thought when she just went to die and lost her weight.
Her mama died, then she got sick. I remember watching an interview she did. Her mama died when she got sick, after her mom died, because her and her mama was close, and she lost a lot of weight then, and that's when she got sick and got that staph infection and lost some more. That's what happened to Whoopi Goldberg. She had a staph infection.
Is that why she lost a lot of weight, girl?
Yep. They weren't looking for her to live one while.
What?
Yeah.
Shut up. I don't know that about her.
She got on the view and told her she damn near died.
Dang, you right. You right there, boy. No, they were trying to silence her. That's why they making them sign NDAs. But so what's the reason that they making the kids, the family members and the kids, they're making the kids and them sign an NDA? What's the reason for that?
So they can't talk and get no money. So they can't speak out and tell it.
But what would make a kid not want to get an autopsy from their mom? Because they probably just figured that she died in the car wreck and that was it. They won't get no autopsy. I mean,
there's some shady shit going on, and I think, I don't know, I don't know. They could do, but I'm thinking what they did, like they always do, dangle a little money in front of them and make them sign that paper, and they shut up.
Right, TT. She said, TT said, because the kids know everything their mama told them. I know, I believe her and that boy was real close. Her son, I believe they was real hella close.
Yeah, I believe they was too.
Yeah.
And like I said, they probably dangled some money in front of them and made them sign that paper.
Dang. But he didn't, but in all, she had so much money herself, he didn't need no damn money from them people.
She didn't, that was the problem. She didn't have what she thought she had. That's why she was fighting to get it.
Dang, yeah, TT, dang.
No, TT, I don't think that's what it was, because that was the whole thing. She was trying to get her money, and they get rid of her, dangle a little money in front of the kids, because kids don't really know how much she's supposed to have and don't know all the stuff that she did before he came along, because she was singing way before he came along. He came along when she got with D'Angelo.
She was with the sequin and all them. Yeah.
And the way she's talking, she started singing when she was 18.
Yeah, she should have had loan money. And Stone had that loan money.
Yep, she should have had. And then the interview I saw that everybody got going around that she did in December, she was talking about, she said 40 years and this, and I don't got access to the songs I wrote, none of that.
Yeah.
Because she was writing songs for other people and stuff. And then she did that song on Girlfriends. Girlfriends was on 6 or 7 years. She did the theme song to Girlfriend. Yep. They did them all like that. They did a lot of them like that.
That's crazy. That's
crazy. If you pay attention, all of them that speak out against them, they mysteriously end up dead.
Well, Titi said, Angie said she could have retired 20 years ago off of royalties they had not been given to someone else.
That's right. That's what she said. And she said, after 40 years, this is all I got. And then she found out they wasn't paying her the full amount of her royalties, and a lot of stuff they took. Like when you write a song, that's your, what's the word I'm looking for? Intellectual property. Because you wrote that song. And if you don't have it patent or have it set up that this is my intellectual property, they take that song, tell somebody else to sing it, and say they wrote it. And get out everything, the publishing, the royalties, and everything. And that's when she was talking, that's basically what they were doing to her.
Yeah, that boy, that hood talk said we oh, you got money and you got them people looking at your money and see how much you can get. And if you want to get bigger, someone has to be sacrificed. Yep. Yeah, they do. You sure right, that boy. You right.
Jaguar, right. Me and my son had a discussion about that. I told him, you got to listen. And I done listen when she first started running, telling everything. I watched every video she put out. I watched her body language. I watched the way she talked. I watched how she moved. I watched the way she talked. I watched her. She wasn't lying, and she was telling too much shit that actually made sense. And she flat out said that she was in the Illuminati too. She had the tattoo on the back of her neck, and they got mad when she decided to get out and had that tattoo covered up. And she knew when her son got killed that was the sacrifice, and that's when she totally got out of it and went to telling it.
What?
Yep.
Dang. See that music world, that music world is deep. They got some deep stuff going on in the music world. You hear me?
It ain't only the music world, it's Hollywood too.
With Hollywood, yeah.
Hollywood worse than the music world.
I don't even want to hear about them people, girl. It's just gonna be a killer when you hear about them people, girl. It's just gonna be a devastation. It ain't gonna be a devastation, but probably the people who gonna be doing it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's entertainment.
Right, Shank said the money. You right.
Yeah, it is, and it's Hollywood. It's entertainment. It's sports. It's comedians. The whole 9 yards. Cat Williams said, I heard Jaguar Wright say it first, then Cat Williams said it. That Cat Williams had to sleep in a Kevlar bulletproof vest for about 2 or 3 months because they were trying to kill him. And when they blackballed Jaguar, she didn't have nothing. And Cat Williams gave her $20,000 to at least get away somewhere and go find, get her somewhere to stay and try to start her life over. So he gave her, they was boyfriend and girlfriend at one point, and he told her to leave and gave her $20,000 because he didn't want her to get caught up in the middle of it. He didn't want her to, if they tried to kill him, accidentally get her. And then he sit right there on the Club Shay Shay and told the same thing she told.
Yeah, you right, Shay. It's some wicked industry up there. They man. But you know what? I know that I could not sell my soul just for money, for fame, just to, but maybe that'd be the intentions for people when they first start, not to sell their soul and for money and things like that. But then when they start getting into it, and maybe I don't know, maybe they come to them with a proposal, or they just make them to where they done put a record out there, then to get in the field of it, then to snatch it away from them, and then they try to come up with some kind of way to try to go into the wicked world to get put back out there, get put back on the market, and be put in the top notch. Is that possibility to that? You maybe think?
I think it's a lot of what Rihanna told, a lot of what Rihanna went through, a lot of them go through, men and women. And Michael Jackson told it too. Because Rihanna said, Jaguar Wright told it first, and then that's who I heard say it first. And then I saw a video of Rihanna when she was young, and they was interviewing her, and she said the exact same thing Jaguar Wright said. When she come over here, she came by herself. Her daddy came after she signed the contract and said they was up on like the 17th floor. And Jay-Z said, ain't but 2 ways out of here. Through the door or out the window.
Right.
If you sign the contract and go out through the door, you don't sign the contract, you're going out through that window. And she wasn't but 15 years old. She didn't know no better. She didn't know no better. And she didn't have nobody there with her to, wait a minute, hold up, And I believe that happened to a lot. And a lot of men done come out and said it. And Cat Williams and Orlando Brown said it too. He said, Cat Williams said, didn't want to party, and you gotta tell him no.
And a lot of them was scared to tell him no.
And they wanted the record deals too bad, and didn't realize they was selling their soul by trying to. And a lot of them, like Jaguar Wright said, a lot of them go in and all they want to do is just sing, and then all these other stuff, all this other mess come with it.
Right. So that's why I said, do we give them a little taste of it, a taste of the feel of it, and snatch it away from them so they can just go back and say they'll do anything for it to get back in the lifeline or what? I mean, for them to go back and get back in that wicked lifestyle. Something. I mean,
I think what
I
they
just do
do
is, about this. I mean, you got money hungry people. Yeah, you do, and you got those who gonna do anything it takes to get in that world and make that money. They gonna do it no matter what. But you got those who, I think it was really just blind eye when they first went to the deal.
It was a bunch of them, and if you pay attention to it, most of them that got turned out like that was young. They was young, didn't know no better. Like I said, they get the babies. And Shake Rock, you right about that. And it was just something about Jay-Z that I didn't like. Period. It's something about his demeanor. I don't like. I knew that dude wasn't right. I knew he was demonic.
Yeah. T said, I thought Rihanna turned dark abruptly and titled her album Good Girl Gone Bad. That said it all.
Look who bought her out. Jay-Z introduced her to the world.
He did. And then he snatched it from her. Then he turned around and snatched it away from her. Well, he tried to snatch it away from her.
Yeah.
Do you think he tried to snatch it away from her because she didn't want to sleep with him and didn't want to deal with him and didn't want the things that came along with that industry?
I think that a little bit of that is what happened, and the other half was that demon witch Beyonce.
Shane said some of them were already on demon time before they came into the industry. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, and Jay-Z was one of them. Because he come in the industry stealing shit from everybody. So he was one of them. He was already a demon. I don't, but my other friend can tell you, she said, Papu say something ain't right about somebody. 9 times out of 10, it usually ain't right. Because I feel people energy. I didn't realize that I used to say I could feel people, but now I know it be their energy. And I can feel people. I can listen. I listen to them or I can feel them. And Jay-Z and Diddy both, because if you listen to what they saying when they talk about Diddy mom and dad and what they went through and what they was doing, he was a demon when he was a little boy.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Hold on. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you. Where is it? I'm glad you said that. Check it out.
He had him dressed like a at 4.
Yeah, right? That was crazy, the outfit he was wearing.
He has been diddying his whole life, showing off, flashing. He's what 4-year-old little kids look at my shoes.
This is a 4-year-old in a 30-year-old's wardrobe.
That's how he was being groomed. I'm sorry, G-united at 4.
He also was one of the first kids I knew that had like a Gucci watch.
He always had all the best of everything.
You know, there is no doubt in my mind, and there shouldn't be any doubt in anyone's mind, that Janice Combs created this issue that's plaguing the world now. Like, he's literally Rosemary's baby.
Do you think, Jack, it's out of the realm of possibility that sometime in his upbringing, he's witnessed his mother using the SEX for blackmail purposes? And this is deep-rooted inside him. Because...
something.
Yeah.
His mother and his father were...
So maybe that's why he dressed the way he dressed. What you think, Pep?
I think that your upbringing has a lot to do with it. They said the daddy was want to be pimp drug dealer and was working for the Fed.
Yeah, ain't that something? Now look how he tried to get Pac and Biggie to dress that way. Remember how he tried to get them dressed like that? He tried to get Biggie out. He tried to get Biggie out. Biggie had a scarf around his neck and stuff, and Biggie how he was dressed like he was in the mafia.
But that was Biggie's style, period.
Okay.
I always did, in my opinion, when they first hit the scene, I was scoping them out, and I always did feel like Diddy was jealous of Biggie. Because Biggie had his own style, and he really wasn't trying to conform to nobody.
Right.
And from the little research I done did, Biggie took his artists. They was on Arista Records. Biggie was on Arista Records with Clive Davis, and Biggie took Junior Mafia, Lil Kim. It was 2 more groups, I think. And he was finna take them to the Rivalry record company. And Clive Davis got mad. And Diddy couldn't talk him out of it. But he finally come down, and that's part of one of the reasons why they got rid of him. Because he wasn't conforming to Clive Davis.
His music. I can see that. I can see that. But y'all, we done talked a lot, y'all. We had a good discussion. Woo, Lord, look at him. Y'all better keep y'all babies safe. I know that. Keep them doors and windows locked. I don't mean you go lock the door and somebody walk up in y'all house in the morning, y'all everybody gone.
And I'm gonna say it again. I'm advocating anybody listening, anybody that will listen. Please consider if you melanated, even if you ain't. I don't care who you is. Please consider homeschooling your kids, because the pre-K to prison pipeline is real. Oh, let me tell y'all something else I watched yesterday. Then we can kill it.
Okay.
In 1979 was supposedly the first school shooter. A 16-year-old porcelain girl live across the street from the school, and you got a .22 rifle, and you kill 8 kids, the principal and the janitor. And you said the reason why you did it was because you hate Mondays. Now you up for parole, and you want them people to let you out, but you don't remember telling the reporter, and they got it on live TV recorded, where you told the reporter that you hated Mondays. That's why you did it.
Who say they hate Mondays, pal? I mean, we all, you know what I'm saying, but hate Mondays and then go there and analyze some people though because you hate damn Mondays.
I watched the whole little documentary thing yesterday, and if you listen to her and listen to the news reports when they come out, when that was in 1979 when it did, she lived right across the street from the school. You shot a principal, a janitor, and 8 kids. You actually shot 9 kids. Everybody died but one. You said these are little bitty kids at an elementary school. You said you were trying to shoot over their head. If you were trying to shoot over their head, they said every one of the kids that got shot was shot in their lower extremities.
Oh, wow.
How they get shot at the bottom if you shooting over their head?
Right.
And they said the principal was throwing the kids in the bushes to keep them from getting hit, and that's how he got hit. And the janitor was trying to get all the kids away from the shooting, and that's how he got shot. You killed 2 adults and 8 kids because you don't like Mondays.
Boy, it's some crazy people. And now it's a time for her to get parole, and she wants to get out. But my thing is, why they even? I guess I don't know. No, I ain't gonna say that. I know doggone well they had death row back then. Why they didn't get her death row?
She got the
parole.
She got the complexion for protection.
Do you see that man? I don't know if he's in Illinois or North Carolina. They shot him with gun range.
They say he asked for it. They asked him how he want. I think that was in Illinois. I don't know where it was.
He didn't want to get no injection or none of that stuff because that stuff didn't work and take too long.
He said he wanted to. He said he wanted to die by a firing squad.
My God. I don't understand why they didn't put her by death. That's what her ass needs to be, by death.
Yep.
That's how I feel.
You want parole and I don't know, somebody's granddaughter. I didn't get the clear understanding who granddaughter was fighting against her parole. She went up for parole the first of this year, and they denied it, and she gonna go back up in 2028. And the granddaughter said she gonna be right there for her to stay there.
Yeah, as long as you go to the parole, as long as you go to excuse me, as long as you go to them hearings, Pap, and you put your foot down, you said you need to say, and your main thing is going there to do is what convinced them people to keep that MF in there. That's your job, not going there and chit chat this what they got to say, or going there and think about what you're gonna say. Your mind and your speech should be made by the time when you go to bed that night, when you wake up that morning, and when you riding down there, and when you get in there, your speech should be on point. Don't you should be? That's why people, you know, get released early, like you said, get the death penalty. But you got to be there. If you don't be there, they let that person go. They don't care. They dump their time up. You know how they performed in jail or whatever. They let them go.
They when my ex-husband got out of jail, well, he went to jail for what he did to me, and they called me and asked me how did I feel about it. And I told him I had no problem with it because, number one, he was the father of my two sons. And I didn't feel like that he was no real menace to society. I was the victim. But I didn't feel like he was I know how he is. I know how his temper is. But I didn't feel like he was no menace to society because, and he really ain't, because he loved kids. He loved kids.
Right.
And no matter what he did to me, he took care of all four of my kids, and two of them ain't even none of his.
Right.
One I had before I got with him. One I had my daughter, both of my daughters. I had the older daughter before I got with him, and I had the younger daughter after I left him. And he done took care of all my kids. So I told him I didn't feel if it was time for him to be paroled, let him go, because I needed him to help me raise them boys.
Yeah, he gonna do you no good here and now. And you gonna make sure it won't never happen again. So yeah, you need him to take care of them young men, showing them how to be a man. Yeah, I got you, sister. I got you.
And then when he got out, he was on parole, and my oldest son was getting into some trouble. And Sheila Moorhead happened to be a parole officer. And I was telling her about it, that I had to go down there and talk to the people, the parole people. And she asked me, who was I going to talk to? And I told her. And she went to talk to him before I did. And she told him if she come in here and say it's okay because I was the victim and they had made him where he couldn't be around kids under 17 because of domestic violence. And she told the man that if she come in here and want him to be around them kids, that's their daddy, you listen to her because I know her. I went to school with her, and she ain't coming in here to run no game. She gonna tell you how it is. And I went in there and I told him how it is. He said, the man asked me, do you know who the victim? I was the victim. I'm the victim. I said, and he the daddy of them kids, and we was married. And I cannot raise them boys by myself. I need help.
Right.
And in the divorce, we had it fixed. Well, I had it fixed because he didn't show up. That he could only see the kids at his mama house. So when I had to go talk to the parole man, that's where he had to see the kids at his mama house.
Okay. Well, still, you let him see his kids. That's all that matters. He took care of them kids. He hit me with them babies. That's all that would matter.
I ain't never. That's one thing about, even no matter what he did to me, and he did me in. I ain't gonna lie, he did some shit to me. I ain't never told him he couldn't see them kids. I ain't never did that because he didn't have to help me take care of the two that wasn't none of his. And he did that before I got my husband. The husband I got now, he helped me take care of all four of my kids.
But after that happened, he never touched you no more again. See, maybe he had learned. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he was.
He didn't learn. He didn't learn because he beat up the second wife.
Oh Lord. Okay.
but he beat her up because she called me a bitch in front of our son.
Oh. Okay.
She called me a bitch, and he jumped on and told, "Don't you ever call his mama no bitch in front of him." And he got a chance at putting his hands on women. He ain't gonna learn that because his mama said daddy was the same way. But
oh Lord,
he just I just can't say he no evil person because he's not no evil person.
Right.
And he love kids. He love kids.
Yeah. Well, shoot. Well, Pat, I got the call. I got some put in your ear. I got some new flavor put in your ear. But I'm gonna get just call and talk to you, tell you about it good.
You call
Most indeed.
I'm gonna tell you what he did, what my ex-husband did. I was looking at the chicken plant, and my youngest one, daddy, he was working at chicken plant too, but he was working at the one in Hope. I mean in Nashville, and I worked at the one in Hope. He worked at night, I worked in the daytime. And in the daytime, he didn't want to babysit. And so happened my ex-husband called me. He said he don't know what made him call me that day, but he called me. And when he called me, I was mad. I was crying because I ain't had no babysitter to keep my baby. The other kids in school, I needed somebody to keep the baby. My mama was working, everybody was working, and I ain't had no babysitter for her. He said, I'll call you right back. He hung the phone up, and then about 15, 20 minutes later, he called me back. He said, Mama said she gonna keep her, but you gonna that nigga gonna have to pay her. Now, my ex-husband got his mama to keep my baby. That wasn't none of her grandchild. She didn't change one word.
Right.
And when my baby daddy paid her for babysitting, she would take the money and get half, keep half of it, and give me the other half. He did, my ex-husband did that for me because he know when it came to working, when I was able to work, I worked. I ain't had no problem working.
Right. You go to work. Right. You go to work. Them country folks will work for sure. For sure.
But
y'all
pay attention. Y'all pay attention because Trump ain't through clowning. He ain't through clowning. He gonna clown just enough.
Take care of y'all kids. Y'all remember what y'all heard over here on video anytime TV? It's okay. Don't just take people's kids to your house and you got a lot of stuff going on in your house and fighting and carrying on and kids over there selling drugs, a drive-by might have anything. Now you invite people's kids over to your house and your house in a whole ruckus like that. You keep kids away from your household. Now they can't come over. You got too much going on in your house. You know what I'm saying?
If something going on with you, find somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
Find somebody.
Yeah, and that's why that's where CK generation, ladies of generation come in at, where you can go over there. You got somebody to talk to and hang out with. We need 20 more subscribers. We got 30 subscribers. We need 20 more, y'all. We can go live. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to CK Ladies Generations over there so we can go live over there. We're gonna be me, Pab, TT. We got some news and everything. I'm gonna run down what we got planned to do this for the show and everything. I'm on the next live. Today is on Sunday. I'll probably be back on Tuesday somewhere along in there. But yeah. So that's a good place where women can talk freely and not be bullied and say, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes women want to talk and but they scared to talk to their cousins and mamas and auntie because they don't want nobody in the family to judge to get back in the family. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they go to other people to talk to who ain't gonna be to judge them and don't know them. You know what I'm saying? Can't go back and tell stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes some women really comfortable of speaking to other women that they don't really know. Just they know as far as media and talking to online, but as far as in person, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, or try to be that person.
It's also
or try to be that person.
And also we got hood talk.
Yeah, try to be that person that somebody feel like they could come talk to. I try to be that person. I really do. I'm not gonna lie, I ain't bragging, but I try to be that person because I know it was a point in time that I didn't have nobody to talk to.
Yeah. I'm the same way, and that's why I say, see, the laser generation. That's where you can start it over there. Get virtual hugs and virtual kisses. We're gonna be doing some. You're gonna have like a prayer line. You're gonna have the news. You're gonna have it's gonna be all kind of stuff and all kind of women's and cultures and you know, we just always just have fun and have arbitrary and meet up and just different things because we need that. And then you got hood talk with that boy DC. He got that where he can have talk to men's. You got men's over there. Come over there where he can have a man talk. Something where men's can hang out and talk to because men's can't talk to their women because men's and women have different kind of ways of thinking and everything. So that way you have men's come on and release their mind. Well, I can't stand that bitch. She get around there. She gonna let me watch no football. And another man be like, well, man, get a friend guy or go to a bar, do something different. Where do something that she can interact with. Where she gonna feel like you gonna feel like she getting on your nerve. Want to beat her down or slap in the face with a Michelob or something like that. Just where you got that hood talk where men can talk and and speak their mind. Saying without being judged and stuff like that. Because as women. And one thing I hate, Pep, I hate to say it, y'all don't know about this, but I hate telling a man something as far as venting to them and thinking they my friend, they this and this and that, and then they get mad at me. They throw their shit and nizzle back in my face, girl. That burns me up, girl. That's why it's important to have somebody to talk to. Am I right, Pep?
Yes, that burns me up too. I hate for somebody to throw something back in my face when I think I'm confiding in you.
And a man will do it quick. A woman do it, but a man do it too. A man can do it quick too. I don't like that neither. Yeah.
And I might not be the one. I might not be the one you want to do it to, because if you do it to me at the wrong time, I'm gonna hit you where it hurt. I'm gonna throw something right back at you.
Now, Pap, you can't be doing that. Pastor, she finna hurt you with that BS. Yeah, Pap.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love everybody. I got a kind heart. I don't mind helping nobody, but don't hurt my feelings, because I'm hurt too.
Yeah. Sarah's a her too. Yeah. Pepsi, Sarah, she hate that too. Yeah. I don't like that either. Yeah, I don't. I hate that stuff. We finna get up out of here, Pap, and everything. Good. You want to say anything before we get up out of here?
Everybody keep your head on the swivel. Each one teach one. And take care of whoever you can take care of and help whoever you can. Do an act of kindness.
Already. It's going to be sunny outside next week. And baby, we sun outside. Perp going to be in the gym. Y'all check me out in the morning times. Y'all make sure y'all holler at Pap. She doing Texas over there. It's 5th March. And she is still doing Texas. I believe she's still doing Texas.
Yes, I got 3 of them on my desk I need to do right now.
And what's the name of your company again?
My tax company is 1040 Winters.
1040 Winters. Y'all heard it from the lady right there. If y'all want to get with them classes again, let us know. Those next classes will be a paid class. It will be on Discord with you and Cassandra. So the classes will be a paid. We ain't say gonna be greedy, but it's gonna be a paid class because you are getting some out of it. You're getting the things that you need. So yeah, it's gonna be a paid class. So y'all check it out for the income tax and also on the classes that we come up pretty soon. If y'all prefer and that you have time, we'll be doing that. Y'all check out CK Ladies of Generations. Y'all check out Just Me TT. Y'all check out Shake Rock. Y'all check out Miss Parker. She got all these people them names. They got shows. And y'all check out that Hood Talk with that boy DC. Tari. I don't quite know Tari, but if y'all know Tari, y'all know what his link is. But and Tari, so y'all check out those links and everything. And we all small challenges trying to make it big and honest and do what we're supposed to do. But again, I will be going out to the communities pretty soon, doing beans and rice and things of that sort. And we are taking donations right now for the back to school, getting everything together for haircuts. What we're gonna decide to do haircuts or the cookout, things like that for back to school supplies. But we're thinking about it. But if you are a MUSTY holder, please go ahead and donate your $5 or $10 in a week. So we make sure we have get up to have a good donation and everything. Pep got great kids. Like we can get us a bouncy house and things like that, and make it a fun day. A good interacting things. They have just be a good day for the kids. You see what I'm saying? So we're gonna be doing that, but pretty soon We're gonna be out in the street, downtown. Gonna be out. Try my best to be out at the St. Patrick's Parade, hanging out, kicking, getting my green drinks on, my leprechaun drinks on, and things like that, and interacting with people. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all do that. Y'all pull up and have fun and stuff. When we be out in the community, y'all feeding the homeless, y'all come on out there and stop by. Shoot, y'all can drop it off of some water. Y'all can get water out. And if you make stickers or tags, if you make tags or labels, your dollar do tip have. I need some labels with Vino Entertainment on, so we can put on the border balls when we pass the water out and everything.
Okay.
So we'll give it time to sing with that and everything. And but yeah, y'all come on over and hang out with us and make it worthwhile. Have kids have fun, get their free stuff, and because I know everybody have a hard time doing things. So that's the whole idea of back to school giveaways and things like that, and doing things for the kids in the community and things like that. But anyway, y'all know our motto.
Wait a minute, friend. Wait a minute.
Girl, I love you. I call you too. I got to call you, girl, so you can laugh. Well, I'm gonna tell you right here. You gonna say, "Girl, you crazy," but
wait a minute, friend. I want to put a little 2 cents in. If we're gonna do the business classes, I got a little extra more. I go a little bit in depth since it's gonna be paid. It's gonna be a small fee. Just whenever you get ready to do it, we'll get together and set up when we're gonna do it. But I got a little bit more information, and we'll go a little further in depth since it's gonna be paid.
Yeah, it's gonna be paid and done in the Discord. Yeah, because this is where you get your business, your credit, you get your business started, how you get your virtual, all your emails and all the other stuff that she tell you about. So it's a good class to have. But just remember, have your video, your voice recorded, or your pen and paper. How you gonna take your notes? Make sure you have your stuff in hand, because and since it's gonna be a paid class, Pat will go. She will repeat things if things need to be repeated. At that time, she don't mind repeating things so you can get it. Because she wants you to learn, she wants you to get it, and she wants you to be successful in everything that you put out there and think that you want to do. In your near future. All right. Anything else, ma'am?
That'll be all.
All right, y'all. Y'all know our motto. Y'all email me and let me know if you want to do a curbside order and what you need to send. Let me know. But anyway, y'all know our motto. How the hell you gonna love somebody when you love yourself? See y'all tomorrow morning. Peace.
Peace.